Okay. I don't see it on the feed.
You should see it.
All right. There it is. Here it is.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I'm doing great. How are you doing today? What's happening in Carlos land?
Carlos Land is good, man. It's good. It's upside down a little bit. Kids are sick. They've
Oh
been
no.
home for the last 2 days, but it's good, man. It's all good. It's part of the process. Part of what happens when you have kids this age, especially going into the season where everybody's coughing on top of each other. But can't complain, man. Things are good. Things are good. How about in the
Sounds
Peterland?
awesome.
How's yeah, yeah. How about over there, man?
Uh, Quiet. Things are quiet. With no kids in the house, it keeps things sort of quiet. That's all I can
Well,
say.
yeah, that's what I tell my wife, man. When these kids are gone, it's gonna be quiet. So we enjoy every minute of the madness.
You
The
should.
madness to us is like this is normal. I know we get frustrated. Don't get me wrong. We're not like happy every time stuff goes wrong. We get frustrated, but then we check ourselves and say, you know what? We're gonna miss this shit. We touch us just
Yep.
like that. We're gonna miss them coming
Absolutely.
over at 2 in the morning, and jumping on our beds. It's just my daughter's so funny. She grabs her teddy bear and her blanket. She runs over. You can hear her coming from a mile away. She's like stomping, boom, 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 boom. She runs into the bed. I'm like, oh, come on. But you know what? We smile because we're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. Trust me.
You,
So
you know what?
enjoy while you can.
You've got an interim step that involves your daughter at 2 a.m., but that's when she's calling to say, I need a ride. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
got to get through those terror years first.
Oh
That's when it's
man,
just terrifying as a parent because you can't do anything
you
other than sit
don't
at home
know.
and
Yeah,
say, I hope I
yeah.
raised them right so they know to be safe. But
That's it. That's it, man. Um, all right, friends. Let's get to a quick look at our gappers list this morning. More stuff in the green today. I mean, things continue to be a little bit on the green side of things, but there's some concerns out there with no data coming now. This is day number 8 of the shutdown, Peter. So people are starting to
yeah,
get a little bit worried. A lot of threats of people not getting paid or getting back paid. It's just
yeah.
a lot going on there. That's not fun. So hopefully these guys are able to figure it out. But the SPY continues to push higher. Many stocks continue to push northeast. Tech continues to rally. Gold continues to hit all-time highs. I mean, it is a lot of stuff is now reflecting, some of the issues that might be happening on the back end. But man, what a market to be in. Peter, do you have any data? You have no data here, huh? Nobody's working in the go. Oh, there it is. You
No,
got some
well,
FOMC.
yeah, the FOMC minutes are supposed to come out. Even that is uncertain, as I've seen, based on which news feed I pull up. They're either coming out at 2 or 3 o'clock today. I'm not even sure which time. But there was a bunch of Fed speakers. I didn't even bother putting them on. The Fed chairs seem to be out on the talking circuit again, but they don't tend to impact the market movements at all. So I just left them all off. So yeah, that's the only thing today. Pretty quiet without the Fed data. It's there's not much happening. So, but like you pointed out, Carlos, there's a little bit of nervousness I feel seeping into this market. You notice that the upward trend is sort of stalled. We were moving sideways mostly yesterday. The SPY over the last couple of days, yeah, sort of stuck in this range, isn't it? So it's we haven't dropped yet, but it doesn't help when you get, for instance, suggestions out of the White House that they might try to figure out how not to pay federal workers that have been involuntarily furloughed here with this government shutdown. Again, it's tough to discern whether that's real or not. Is it just somebody thinking out loud? I mean, who knows what's going on? But Yeah, that would certainly be bad, I think, for the economy overall, and then the market would probably react more strongly should something like that occur. But again, we got to be careful in this. I don't want to overreact. I'm just going to watch stocks, right? And we're going to see what happens and how the markets react. So, yeah, let's see what's on the gappers list. That's our best way to figure out what's moving and where we can focus for our trading activities today.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I love hearing the Congress people talk. Right, there was this lady on yesterday. She was like, "Yeah, some people are not, their payments are not getting paid, so we are also, rejecting our payments and not receiving our $150,000 a year, whatever, for doing nothing." I'm like, it's not the same. Like, yeah, we stand with them. No, it's not the same. See, you are wealthy. Your check is not depending on whether you eat tonight or not.
Yeah.
Other people that live check to check, they're really affected. So don't make it seem like, you're standing with them. No, you're not. No, no, you're not. In fact, receive your check and then send it over to them, and that's the right thing probably to do, right? So, but it's so funny how, we're standing with them. No, you ain't. You're not on the same level as some of these other people are. So it's just funny to see that sometimes. But leave it to politics. It's funny. All right, let's see here, friends. Let's hop on into the first one. Tons of stuff gapping up this morning. A lot of tickers that I'm not familiar with and I never seen before. I wonder how many of these have to do anything with mining and gold. It's just a lot going on there. But let's look at the first one. ATON. It is up 179%. I mean, this is massive pop at the moment. So Alpha Ton Capital Corp. So I'm not sure what this is, but again, up massively today, Peter. Already halted. I'm sorry, hard to borrow. Up volume as far as 12 million. What's the latest and greatest on this one?
Uh, I, 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 I don't know. Let me read you a bunch of words. Alphaton Capital, along with its wholly owned oncology subsidiary Taris Therapeutics, blah, 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 evaluate tokenization of single indication economics for TT4 in mesothelioma, representing a transformative step in merging institutional grade digital asset infrastructure with breakthrough cancer therapeutics. What? They're combining cancer research with digital tokens. I what? I don't I
Sounds
don't
like
know.
a ton of nonsense. That's what it sounds like
It
to
it,
me.
it absolutely. It's like the company is leveraging decentralized science principles and Web3 infrastructure to reimagine how life-saving medical research is funded, accelerated, and brought to patients globally. I I don't that I don't know what they're doing, man. But somebody likes it. The stock is moving up. It sounds like a whole cartload of BS to me, but maybe there's something going on. I'm not sure what they're doing, to be honest, Carlos. I have no idea.
I don't know
No
what
idea.
I mean. I don't know what's happening with this market and this investment and all this
I
mining and
know.
AI stuff. It's man, it's like, have you seen the latest? So now there's a deal. I haven't read up on it yet. It's another deal with Tesla and NVIDIA, right? It's another one that I just ran into this morning. So they're doing something else, but they keep doing this where they're, like you mentioned yesterday, they're making a deal, they're getting the money or investment from OpenAI, and then they're going to buy the same chips from the same company. Ain't this like a Ponzi scheme? I mean, this sounds like a very legit Ponzi scheme pyramid type money going around and make the numbers look like everybody's making money in a very legit way. It just seems so sketchy, man. It doesn't
I
seem
know.
right. But
It's
I
and it's
don't.
hard to know. Like some of this is real. A lot of it is just aspiration or outright scams, and it's hard to know which. Right? I mean, the article and the statement from the company goes on. There's a quote from Brittany Kaiser, the chief executive officer of Alphaton Capital, so the CEO here. She says, "We are witnessing the birth of a new paradigm in biomedical innovation. That is either an extraordinarily bold statement or a whole lot of bullshit. Like it's impossible to know, right? So
Like if me and you started a company, you start a company, I start one, and we do some shit like this, we'll probably be sitting at the board of the SEC trying to explain ourselves. It's just it's not right. Something's wrong. But you know what? Everybody's making money. Everybody's happy. When shit hits the
Yeah.
fan,
Anyways, look,
when something goes
it
wrong,
seems
that's when you're
like
gonna get that
yeah.
that finger pointing.
Underneath all of this, it does look like they apparently have a drug that's entering trials for to treat this mesothelioma for cancer. So like there is like actual medical research it seems like happening underneath here, but it's tough to decipher exactly what's real and what's aspirational. So in the meantime, the company is up 182% here with 13 million shares traded. It feels like it's just the low float play of the day, right? We don't really have to worry about what they're doing. It doesn't matter in the long run. We just watch the stock and say, can we trade it? My answer, not for me.
Not this one, and I'm not concerned about this one at all. I'm thinking more about the big guys, NVDA and OpenAI and all this other crap when they're doing these type of things. But this one, low flow, by the way, sitting at less than a million shares flow, so be careful on that one. Again, not typically something we look at. Let's look at RNAZ. This one on here, another one up 98% right now, just crashing over 100. Transcode Therapeutics, 3.5 million shares traded. Also under a million shares flow. Peter, do these guys even have a building? Do they have employees? What's going on here?
Well, they are buying a company called Polynoma, and oh, and they've received a $25 million cash infusion from CK Life Sciences. So they bought a company. They also got money. So I guess that's good news for them as a company. That's a little more understandable. Again, tradable. I don't know. It's another one of these biotechs. You got to be careful. There's weird stuff happening in the biotechs all the time with mergers and acquisitions and buyouts and trials and all of that stuff that causes their stock usually to go a little wonky at times. And every day there's another one of these, right? There's just only a few of them that happen to hit our radar because we tend to filter out a lot of the really low cap stuff. But sometimes these slip on. This one has 800,000 shares in the float. It's a $10 million market cap company, which is crazy being that they've got this is crazy, man. Like they got a bunch of cash on hand. They just received 25 million cash, and yet the whole company is only worth 10 million. So it's yeah, sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't. But another low flow for you guys that like the low flow stocks. I mean, going from $12, high as 32, back down to 22, and the volume just keeps pouring in on this one. So another nice one. Both of these, again, if
They're,
looking really interesting. I like to watch these as entertainment, so I'm gonna put them right next to my popcorn down here, because I do like to watch them. I'm not gonna lie, I do like to watch and see what's going on. So I'm gonna put a ton, or what's the other one here? I just had it. It's going to be, I just lost it. RNAS, there it is. Put both of those on down there and see how things play out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of these that are on our list, Carlos. Like the next one, even UPC, which is Universal Pharmaceuticals. I just don't know what to make of some of these companies. This one, no news, nobody following it. The company's up 65% this morning. Again, a float of 500,000 shares, 550,000 shares in the float. This one's even crazier in that if I look at, again, sorry to use the F word on you guys, but if I look at the fundamentals, according to the publicly provided information, this is a company with a $2.9 million market cap. That's it. 2.9 million. Again, Andrew could buy this out of his trading account and still have a $6 million trading account left behind. But and maybe he should do this. Maybe we need to talk to him in a few minutes
We
and get him to
should.
do this.
And then
Because
we'll turn it into a mining company after that. We'll start mining crypto or
well,
something. That's what everybody does, right?
according to
Goes
the
into coin.
fundamentals, what is this stock worth? It's $8.30 right now. Again, I don't know if the fundamental data I've got here is right or wrong. Sorry to keep using that F word with you guys, but their cash per share, apparently they're sitting at $83.98 cash per share. Why is somebody not snapping up this company and taking it private? You could literally take this company private, liquidate it, and make 10 times your money tomorrow. Something's wrong with that number, right? There's got to be.
Yeah. This one's not as
Anyways,
interesting as the other two that we looked at.
yeah.
So I'm not going to add that one to my list, but also a low flow, even lower than the last two that we saw. All right, let's look at DGNX. DGNX is up 25%, 232,000 shares trade. Again, very little volume. And it's just on the daily, you can see it's been just crushing all of September and into October here, going from $8 maybe down to 4 to about 30 in the last couple of weeks. So definitely ramping up here. It is 38 million shares flow, so a little bit higher than what we're seeing. I just don't think it's really tradable. And if you look at the daily, a lot of the gap ups on this daily, if you look at the intraday action, are happening after hours, right? So it's after pre-market session today opens up, gapped up 25%. Pre-market session opens up, gapped up whatever percentage that was, maybe another 30 or 50, and then just go sideways for the intraday action, right? So that's not tradable for us. I'm not excited about that. Another gap up the day before, same thing, a lot of sideways action and not a whole lot of volume. So I mean, all these days here are less than 1 million shares traded. So when you see a stock trading that lot of a volume on the daily, is really not tradable for what we're looking to do. So I'm going to keep it off the list, Peter. What do they have going on that's been dragging them up like this?
They completed the acquisition of a company called Matter DK APS. And it's an AI related deal. So they put AI in there. That's why it got some focus. Again, low floaty type stuff if you're interested. I am not.
I'm not interested. Okay, I won't put it on the popcorn list because we don't have enough even volume. Like there's really nothing to see here right now, so I don't think it's getting that type of momentum. All right, back to our trading terminals gappers list, friends. Brought to you again by tradingterminal.com. You can always go there, check gappers list and a bunch of other more tools for active traders. FTEL. Fitel Corporation is on here. This will be the last one. We'll hop around after this. This is on here, up 20%, 357,000 shares traded, as high as 649 the pre-market. After hours yesterday, did get a pop all the way to about 820, 20-ish or so. And then since then, dropping down a little bit. On the daily, you see there's been some activity in the past, but again, it just doesn't look like it trades well. Another one, man, is it low flow frenzy today? Look at this. Low flow, low flow, low flow, lowish, very low flow, very low flow. I mean, it is just, what is going on? No wonder I didn't recognize any of these names on this list. If you're a low flow trader, you are in heaven today. I'm in hell at the moment. Peter, what's going on with this one?
This is a company called Fitel. Apparently, they're out of Australia. They have announced a Solana treasury strategy. You all know by now how I feel about that. They also received a notice from NASDAQ that they were not in compliance with the NASDAQ continued listing rules. And the compliance department has, however, told them they've got 180 days, so that's 6 months, to regain compliance standards. So they're given a little bit of time to figure out how they regain compliance. So I still not interested in trading it.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, not at all. All right, we'll leave this alone. Peter, let's hop around here a little bit. Let's see what we find that we might like a little bit better on the gap up. Just trying to search through. USAR continues to move higher here. We talked about this one yesterday, so we're up here 4%, 411,000 shares traded.
There's
I know
some
you mentioned this
familiar
yesterday.
names,
Yeah.
some familiar tickers on the gappers list that we've seen, but it seems to be like just a garbage palooza out here. We've got SRPT, we've seen that in the past. USAR is on the list. LAC, right, also been on the list in the past. ClearSpark is on here. A lot of the crypto Bitcoin related. I see ClearSpark, I see MSTR, I see Hive. BMNR, right? They're all sort of sitting on the list here. CoreWeave is on it. Like it's all the second run stuff that we've sort of seen over the last little while. It seems to be on our list today, Carlos. It's just
Yeah.
I mean, crypto prices or Bitcoin prices specifically continue to stay high here at 22,700 and sorry, 20 122,700 this morning, which is down from the 124 that it was trading at yesterday, but still over the, that sort of magic $120,000 mark. So, yeah, Bitcoin, as we talked about this yesterday, Carlos, right? It seems to be the stocks that track Bitcoin. They seem to lag and they follow at a much more sedate pace, even when the crypto goes up. So a little harder to trade. I don't like any of this stuff on the gap up list, to be honest.
I don't either, man. It's it's not looking good. Not looking good. All right, we'll find something for sure, but it kind of forces me a little bit to go back to our usual suspects. All right, let's see what's gapping down today. Let's look at what's gapping down to see if we can find something off of here. GLTO, we know it's garbage because this is the one that popped up yesterday big at $32, and then from there kind of sold off today. Selling down some more, back down to 11. This might just be heading back to its regular trading rates at $4. So again, nothing to see there, hard to borrow. And second day plays, especially when you drop like this, they're not fun, right? People are trying to get back to their break-even point. I'm sure some astronauts that were left stranded up here that are now waking up saying WTF. And yeah, so I know it's not nobody here because you guys are great traders and you don't turn a day trade into a swing trade. But yeah, it's not good at all, Peter.
And they halted on the way up. They halted on the way down. So it wasn't a clear move either way. So yeah, it's not an interesting target.
It's gonna be an interesting day today. You know what's interesting? Amazon. Did you see this on Amazon? So they bought MGM Studios, and then they came out with this. They posted this, and they edited 007's gun out of the picture. The backlash they got on this, Peter, was insane. Like, why would you buy a franchise that is about drinking, killing, and women, and take out the gun? Like, what are you doing? Like, just don't buy the franchise. Like, I'm telling you, man, people just yeah, I don't understand. This world is unbelievable. It's a movie. It's a movie about killing, drinking, and women. So I don't understand. All right, back to this list. Let's see if we find something more interesting than that here. PENG is next, and then this one here also down 20%, 437,000 shares traded, 47 million shares flow. So a little bit on the lower side. I mean, I just don't like it at all. Peter, I don't know, man. We're going to give this whole entire gap up list a big old garbage truck in a second here.
I know.
But any news on this Penguin Solutions?
Yeah, Penguin Solutions, which is based in Gotham City. See what I did there? Anyways, they missed their Q3 sales targets, and that's why they're dropping. So I do not know that this is owned by an evil mastermind set to destroy Batman, but it could be. I'm still not interested in trading this, joking aside. Sorry for anybody working at Penguin Solutions. I'm sure that's not what you meant to model your company after. Do they have like a cute little penguin in there? Let's see. If you're gonna call yourself Penguin Solutions, you gotta. Yeah. I don't see any cute penguins on their website at all, but it is an AI services company.
Oh man. Yeah, guys, refill your coffee. It's gonna be a heck of a day. So
it's Beth is gonna go. Days, eh?
Beth is gonna go refill her cup of coffee. I'm like, yes, please do it because it's only downhill from here the way things are going. TDIC. It's another one on the Gappers list. I don't think I ever heard of. Dreamland Limited has to do anything with Disney? I doubt it, right? Dreamland Limited.
Dreamland Limited. It seems odd to name your company Limited. I know that's traditional calling, but if you're Dreamland, shouldn't you be unlimited? Boy, I'm like dad joking like crazy here.
No, I like it. I like it, man. I'm telling you today.
Anyways, this is an advertising agency out of Hong Kong, and that's all I know about it. There's no news, no coverage, no analysts, no idea what's going on with it.
Yeah. All right. We're moving on. Let's look. Oh, here we know this one. We know this company, Joby. We know this one, Joby. And then today, wow, we are down quite a bit here, 10%, 9.9 million shares traded. Looks like last night they did not like what took place here after hours. Peter, what's the latest news? I know it's not a great trader, but we like the news on this one because this is eventually the future, right, of aviation and what they're planning to do here. So, what went wrong yesterday?
Yeah, look, it's competitive rumors. There had been rumors. Elon was suggesting that this is a space that he might want to get into. Not clear exactly how. He's not usually one for acquiring. He's usually one for, like, building competitive products or starting industries on his own. And that rumor has persisted. So, other than that, I mean, the company itself didn't seem to issue any particular offering. I'm just looking here. I mean, they had a secondary offering. I think yesterday they did announce that they were trying to raise another $500 million here, or 513 million to be specific. But and that would be dilutive to the stock, which is another reason why it's dropping here. They did have some successful air taxi demos, but they've been doing those demos for months now, right? They're flying these things around, proving people that they can work. If you remember, a couple months ago, we were talking about they made successful flights between a couple of regional airports. So yeah, I think it's mostly the secondary offering and the threat of competitive pressures from Elon that's got Joby all depressed today.
Yeah, not really good. All right, Peter, I'll stop here. Anything else you like? I see Arch Aviation also feeling some of that. It's down here as well. These two kind of move hand in hand. Anything else you like, Peter, off this list here?
Well, I'm not sure it's anything else I like because I haven't found anything that I like to begin with. So, look, the only thing I can do on these days, yeah, that's right, big old garbage truck. We are. I just go back to the basics, right? NVIDIA is
Yep.
usually good to watch. AMD been great the last few days. I've got shorts 2 days in a row on AMD. I'm thinking though that the time might have run out on that. I'm not really thinking that I'm going to be jumping into AMD early today, but I'll keep an eye on it. Tesla, of course, always in play. So I think Tesla's worth watching. And after that, I have no idea. We'll have to see what else, right? Then you've got all my second runs like PLTR, Apple, Amazon, which had some interesting moves yesterday. Google also. I mean, Google was not good if you're a long-term shareholder, but a nice steady downward move if you're interested in shorting it. So yeah, the basics. Back to the basics.
Yep. That sounds like a plan to me. I do like Tesla here. Yeah. Oh, Sam, that's not gonna go through. You see, YouTube is very good at blocking even this
Whoa.
asterisk X. It'll block that, right? But it won't block people trying to ask me for money. It won't block that on scams.
Yeah.
So it's so
I
crazy.
just saw Oracle on Jared's list. Jared already said what he's watching, and I didn't look at Oracle yesterday, but
Yeah,
what the heck
but they got the
happened
deal,
midday?
right? They got
What
the deal
happened
with
yesterday
Tesla or
morning?
something,
Yeah,
or not in Tesla, OpenAI, whatever. What did they do? Let's see. Oh, that's what happened yesterday. Yeah, you're right. I didn't see that. You're talking about midday, right? Intraday here.
yeah. There was
Damn.
news came out that apparently Oracle's AI business might be not going as well as they had previously reported. They lost. Oracle loses close to $100 million from Oh my God, I can't speak. Blackwell chip rentals. So I guess they rented out their NVIDIA Blackwell chips, and they it didn't work out as they had hoped. So
Mm.
the margins on their AI business is a lot lower than they had previously suggested. So I guess when that news came out, it you can see, yeah, that sort of seems to be what precipitated this big drop here. Because of course, remember, if you look at the daily, of course, Oracle made that big gap pull higher on the basis of strong pipeline in AI and the fact that they had a number of deals, right, that were going to sort of push them to the forefront of the AI mastery. But, well, let alone the fact that they were working with the White House on the TikTok deal and others, which I haven't heard. Did that close? Did TikTok get approved?
I
We're,
don't know whatever happened to that.
these
I think China
things
has to
happen a
approve, right?
lot.
They sent the info to China to see if they'll approve it and go through. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's come back yet. So
Yeah, okay. Because I mean, it was all like it was with the White House. I thought they were getting approval, and then It was like a week ago Friday, and then it just all went silent. So, anyways, but yeah, big drop in Oracle. I mean, you would have to be terribly lucky to have taken advantage of that because who was sitting there waiting for Oracle to go short? If you look at the price action prior to that, it sort of gave no indication until it had the big drop. So, if you, yeah, I don't know whether today that means it's likely to move or not. Tough to tell, but you know what? I'm still amazed. We're talking about Oracle. Who would have thunk?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I just looked it up. So the deal is not finalized. So they're waiting on China to approve, China leaders to approve the deal. So, all right, see what
There you go.
happens.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So again, usual suspects, friends. Let's see what you guys have. Let's see what you guys like this morning. I got AMD. I got Tesla on here. We talked earlier about POTR. Let's take a look on how that's looking today. Again, POTR, as we know, can be very, very explosive, as we saw. Look at yesterday's intraday action as well. The up and the down here, it's just pretty aggressive for the most part. So, yeah, I like POTR. Right now, volume, though, is really light. Really light. So maybe a secondary for now. We need more volume than what is showing right now. Let's take a look in our chat. What else you guys like this morning? BTQ.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on the list with all the other.
This is a recent IPO.
Stuff.
This is a recent IPO, right. So,
Yeah.
how are they trading intraday? Let's take a look here. Actually, not bad for an IPO. That's not bad. Very light volume seems like. Yeah, I don't know how this will work for me. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's moving. It's up today 16%, 3.8 million shares traded. So there's no question it is in play. Peter, what's your thoughts on it?
The volume's increasing. As you say, I look at the price action yesterday. It's not bad. It really got a good rise through the late trading yesterday afternoon. Tough to say whether it's going to continue. It is more interesting than I thought. I actually skipped over it thinking it was just one of the crazy ones, but tough to tell. Tough to tell. But you know what?
We
It's
got the
not a bad
space. Yeah.
compared to most everything. The fact that I'm even uncertain about it makes it better than almost everything else we've looked at.
Just tells you how bad our list was today.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We'll add BTQ to the list today. ASTS is being mentioned by a bunch of you guys in chat as well. ASTS is the space mobile, like Peter likes to say here. And wow, we have 14%, 3.7 million shares traded. So this thing is pushing higher. Just look at this daily here. Look at the pre-market. Man, I think I'm add this to the list today, Peter. What's your take?
Yeah, it's also better than you would think type thing. ASTS,
Yeah.
at least it's been on our list, fairly consistently. So we know that it can give trading opportunity. I'm looking at the actual price action from yesterday, though. It wouldn't have given me many good opportunities. A tough trade. So yeah, maybe, but I can't see obvious entry for me on this thing.
Yeah, the fact that so many people are probably have it on their radar today, given the big move off the daily, might bring some opportunities for us. But you're right. I'm looking at the intraday action yesterday, maybe a 5-minute ORB, but again, it's hard to tell. So let's see. We'll add it on the list here next to BTQ. AS. I think it's the first time I'm actually looking at this stock on the primary, so it should be a whole lot of fun. All right. LAC, yeah, so LAC, it was being mentioned with another one, USAR, with other potential government tickers. And again, there's some speculation they might be investing in some other rare metals, seems to be the thing, but it has not been confirmed by the White House. And the White House kind of mentioned that, they didn't confirm some other companies that people are speculating they're going to be investing in, right? Obviously, everybody wants to get in up front to get the pop. So, not sure what's happening here on this one. Could be hard to trade.
They did get some good news that the Department of Energy looks like they are moving forward, whether the White House does or not. It's amazing. The Department of Energy basically has provided this private company, a $2.23 billion loan. That's a billion with a B, to build a processing facility at Thacker Pass. So, anyways, so they are looking. The Department of Energy is looking to invest in their rare earth metal companies in the Americas, which makes sense, right? So, but you know, it's look, if you're a rare earth metal mining company, it's great to have a huge loan from the Department of Energy. You know, are you going to run into any regulatory issues with your mining operations? Probably not, being that they've got billions of dollars invested in you and now have a vested interest in making sure that you're successful. So,
Mm. Yep, yep. All right. Again, not sure how well this is going to trade. I do still have a swing trade on this. We took out a couple of partials already on it, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna day trade it. All right, let's see what else, friends. Over on YouTube, what else you guys got over here? ASTS we did look at. It's on the list for sure. What else? What else? Bull, Bull. Weeb. Oh, this is Weeble. Why is it down? It should be up. Crypto coins are up. Trading is up. Gold is up. Why are these guys down today, Peter? Down almost 6%. 35 million shares traded. They're not having a good time this morning.
That's a good question. Why are they down? Oh, I see. Whoa. Today is when one of the lockup periods for their early investors opens up. So lockup periods, if
That
you
makes sense.
invest pre-IPO, often you can buy a lot of shares, and they have periods at which you can't trade them. And then, you know, those periods expire. So today is the expiry of over 455.5 million shares that were under lockup. Now, it doesn't mean that somebody's going to sell them, but that could potentially flood the market because their current active float is like a third of that at 170
Yeah.
million shares. So yeah, it just means that there could be a whole lot of shares available, which is dilutive to the stock. So I think that's why they're dropping on. They've got pretty big volume over the last couple of days. Looks like some people are getting out ahead of the release of this lockup period.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't see people pre-IPO selling. I mean, this thing is, they might be selling at a loss. You might want to hold on to this, see if
Well,
you have any chance to get
well, and
back up. Unless they got like a
that's
$5
the
deal.
interesting thing, right? Because
You know?
this thing re-IPO'd, or I think it IPO'd at around, what's the open here? $27, it looks like, which is about twice the current price
Yeah.
if I've got this right. So
But these
yeah,
guys
so
get
just
a
because
deal, Peter, right? They might get, don't they get like an actual deal if they do it really
the,
early?
Yeah, if you get in really early, who knows? They're private deals, so you never know exactly how much, money per share they might have paid. People could have paid $5 for all we know. Just because it IPO'd at
Right.
27 doesn't mean that their price was anywhere near that. So getting out at 12 might be a great deal for them. Likely, though, it does, like you point out, put a lot of people underwater, or if nothing else, close to a break even. As such, you would
Yeah.
assume that most of the shares are going to be held, but we just don't know.
Yeah, market sentiment takes over. I like the news actually. So it's trading very well here as far as the gap down. I like the catalyst on it. Weeble is usually not one that we keep on deck, but given what we have today, I mean, it's why not? So Weeble on the secondary list because I'm still not a big fan of the way this stock trades. But today could be their day, so I want to keep an eye on it, see how it does here. All right, MSTR is down. Actually, I thought we were gapping up. Yeah, they are gapping up because they were down big yesterday, right? Look at the big drop yesterday, and today they're up 1.7. Again, just really kind of a little bit of very small relief given such a big drop from 360 down to 330. I just don't think this is really in play. So just be careful on it. You need volume on this thing. So if you don't get the volume, be very, very cautious on that one. All right, friends. I think this is it for me. Let's take a look at what's happening in our community. You can head over to bearwithtraders.com. You have more, Peter?
Elham, if I say that right, anyways, wants us to look at Roblox. I'm not sure what you see in Roblox. There's no volume today. It's not really moving anywhere. There was all this talk about the consolidation in the gaming sector. We know that a lot of gaming companies have been bought out and a few of them taken private. So Roblox is one of the ones that was rumored that this could be happening, but I don't see anything new on that front. So I don't know that Roblox is going to be a big target today, unless you know something. If you know something, let me know. Did they get an upgrade? Last upgrade I see is oh no, you're right. Citigroup reiterated. They didn't really upgrade them. They just reiterated their buy rating with a $150 price target. But yeah, looks still like a pretty boring day for Roblox.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Carlos. We're moving on.
No, good. No, all good, man. Again, just no volume right now. But if you like it, watch the market open. See the volume comes in, but it's not looking pretty at the moment. All right, friends, let's head over to variabletraders.com. Click on webinars so you can see everything happening in our community. You can see every day on here. Today is Wednesday. We're going to focus on our psychology day today.
Yes, Wisdom Wednesday. We love Wisdom Wednesday because it gives us an opportunity to focus on the psychology, which, as we will continually remind you, is the majority of the game here, right? We like to focus on the technicals a lot because it makes us feel all warm and fuzzy. But the reality is this is an internal battle in your mind. It's about managing yourself and your psychology. If you could do that, that's how you master trading. So today, always an important day, and it's why we put it midweek. And if you're interested in joining any of the sessions that focus on that, well, we've got a couple for you. As always, we've got Dr. Vanessa Charland, who's with us today. She is going to be doing a private session in our webinar room for all of our elite members at noon. And she is an active trader herself, as well as a clinical psychologist. So Dr. Charland is always well worth listening to. And not only is she fantastically entertaining, but she, again, knows her stuff and very educational as well. If whether you do that or not, we also then have an opportunity at 8 p.m. tonight with our signature webinar with the on mental resilience. We're going to be talking about the missing link in performance, and Wesley will be leading that one. So that'll be at 8 p.m. once again in the webinar room. So hopefully you can join for one of those two, either at noon or 8 p.m. If you want to join us at Bearable Traders, as always, go to the website. You'll find what you need. It looks like we've got a fall sale. When did this happen?
I don't know.
Today,
News to me. Today or last night.
Yeah, look.
There you go.
Ta-da. We only find out when we go to the website and find out what's available. So there you go. Fall sale on. Use the code FALL50. You get 50% off the Elite Annual. So that's a great deal. Yeah, there you go. So take advantage of that, and you can you can join us using a 1-year full access subscription using the Elite Annual deal. And if you want to join, if you want data, if you want information to help you make decisions in the market, there's no better place than tradingterminal.com. So we use it every day. We use it for the scanners. We use it for the economic calendar that I was looking at this morning. I use it to understand what earnings are happening. We also use it for the Atlas, which helps with market volumes and help you visualize market volumes, a new tool that we've added. Carlos and I have been using it. We've been trading live with it with you, and it's good. It's not, the only tool you need, but it's an excellent tool in your toolbox. So and it's being updated and improved all the time. We were talking yesterday about some improvements that can be added to it, and Andrew and his team are already on it, so that's pretty awesome. So check out tradingterminal.com. You'll find a whole bunch of stuff you can take advantage of, and even more coming, right? There's a journaling tool that's in beta trial right now. We have the simulator, of course, that a number of people use. There's the Academy, which has got all sorts of courses of learning. I mean, it's meant to be a one-stop shop for active traders. So check out tradingterminal.com.
All right, friends. Thanks, Peter. Let's jump into our list today. So we'll start here with 1 second. Let me change this here. Got to clean up this list. Kind of messed me up here. Okay, here we go. First one on deck is going to be AMD. So let's jump on that one. AMD this morning. Again, crazy moves over the last couple of days, and we'll see what today what it does today. High of the pre-market, we're sitting at 215.99, so slamming level there, and then towards the bottom, we're sitting right at 212 is the low of the pre-market, 212.22. And if you look at the big picture, we're surrounded by the last 2 trading days, right? So kind of in the middle of both ranges. You got the big range, obviously, on this was Monday. Yesterday, a smaller range, and today we're still within that range. So will be interesting to see how AMD goes about here after their big deal an announcement. So we'll see how that plays out. Here's Tesla. Tesla revealed another car that looks exactly like the other car, that looks exactly like the previous car after that, and the previous car after that looks exactly the same like this one. And if you're driving around, you can't tell what year is which car, which actually is a good thing, because as they release new models and they just change a little bit of the lights, you can tell that this is the 2025 compared to 2013. Look exactly the same. So it's a good thing for the for the people that own the older car, because they could sell their new car almost at the same price the newer car. It's just messy, but it works. It's a good thing that Tesla has done here. It's good marketing. I love it.
Look, as a guy that owns a Porsche, I got nothing to say about that.
It's great. Listen, man, it's you don't get to think what colors. You get 4 colors. That's it. There's no thinking of, you want the forest lime green. No, that doesn't exist. You got black, red, and I guess some other ones. And some paint costs more than others. It's just brilliant. And you get 2 choices: this model or this model, stronger engines. That's it. You're not gonna go in there and spend all day deciding what color and car type you want. That's not the plan they're going for. They're in and out. No choices. All right, here it is. So Tesla today, we are not moving a whole lot, man. Pretty flat for the most part. Low of the pre-market. We are looking at 434.04. Yeah. Well,
the bat phone was ringing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Okay, gotcha.
Push bat phone. But yeah, you know what? Nowadays, I don't think, is car color really that important? Because if you really want a good car color, it's actually cheaper, rather than get the factory to put a car color on it. Just go get a wrap. Just wrap your
That's
car
what they do with a lot of the Teslas, and especially the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Cybertruck put the wrapping companies in business, man. Everything's wrapped a different color, So
just get it in gray or white or whatever, and then wrap it in whatever the heck you want.
Absolutely, and the wraps look so good now. They look
I've never got
good.
one, so I don't know. IG says the wrap is awful long term. I always wondered how it would last like a Canadian winter, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. We had one of our the Benz. We had a Benz truck. I gotta find a picture of it. We had a Benz truck we wrapped into all about the Fiesta DJ thing. That wrap was awesome. It was so good. It was a purple Barney color wrap, and it says all about the Fiesta on it. And we did it both for the Benz truck we had in a big GMC van. I forgot the brand. And it looked great. It looks so good, So I don't know. It's and I see a lot of cars wrapped that look pretty nice. I guess it depends where you get it done too. All right. So Tesla definitely in play, guys. Volume is there. Again, not really big reaction given the release. Yes, I think a lot of people expected to what it was. And this morning we're kind of flat right now. 438.90 is the high of the pre-market. 434.04 is the low, and then you got this big support here, huge, not support, resistance and support as well, actually. It's done both, but you got this big level here where the previous day close is, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Our pre-market low is just above that a little bit, and then we also have here 425.51, and down here 416.83. All right, that's Tesla, so we'll add that to the list as well. And then the next one out here is going to be BTQ, which normally we don't look at, but today BTQ looks actually pretty good. Their daily's been moving nicely here. Good volume, 4 million shares traded. Oh, hard to borrow. Oh, that's a bummer. I did not notice that. So we can't short this thing with Interactive Brokers. I don't like stocks that do that, because I feel like mentally they force me into a position. I don't like being forced into any position. I like to make up my mind, in whatever way I want to go. Don't force me to look one way. And this is forcing us to look at least only long for right now. So 1730 is the high of the pre-market. 1493 is the level in here that I want to mark down. It's not the low of the pre-market. The low is below here. The previous day closed at 1362. But I like this 1413. You can see here in the pre-market session right now, after our session and the pre-market session, there's a lot happening at that 1493. So we definitely want to have that marked down there for BTQ. Recent IPOs, we don't have anything else up here sitting at their all-time highs. As again, they don't have a lot going on. So BTQ on this list as well. Next is going to be ASTS Space Mobile. Good volume, 4 million shares traded here. The pre-market activity just looks awesome today. So definitely want to keep an eye on this one. And their daily has just gone off the rails here in a good way, going from 50 all the way to 85 in just a matter of a span of a week or so. So that's looking pretty nice. 87.50 is the high of the pre-market. The low is at 74.65, which will be just below the previous day close, or actually almost right 10 cents below the previous day close. I'm not going to worry about that too much. It's somewhere in here. Previous day close is going to be a lot more important than the low of the pre-market. There's a previous day close down there, and then if we look at the daily, the bigger picture, is this all-time highs? What do we have going on here? Just going to go to the left quickly. Weekly, monthly, there's nothing else up here. This thing is on its own island all the way up here. Wow. Just beginning of this this year, $20, 85. Last year was $2, and man, it's just rocking. So good stuff there. All right, that's all you have as far as levels. Not much to go on given the lack of levels on the daily up here. So just be mindful of those whole dollar numbers, 85, 84, and so forth, are going to be important. All right, Peter, take us to our team is watching, and we'll get ready for live trading on what seems to be not a blockbuster list so far.
No, and it means that our mods are getting their lists a little bit all over the place. We got stuff that's some we talked about, some we haven't. Let's start with our live traders. Andrew is going to be watching CRML, not one we looked at here. AMD, Tesla, MSTR, FIG, and ASTS. Brian, who'll be trading live with them, is Tesla, NVIDIA, ASTS, and PLTR. Phil's going to be watching AMD, NVIDIA, and BTQ and Tesla. Eamon's got nothing for today, just keeping an eye on the scanners. Mike's watching AMD and the scanners. I've got, well, like I mentioned, the usual Tesla, NVIDIA, PLTR. I'll also be watching AMD, Oracle, and Bull. Keep an eye on Bull just to see if it does move here this morning. Thor is going to be watching Oracle and maybe NVIDIA, as well as, of course, his future tickers that he's keeping an eye on. Jared, who put us onto Oracle, will be watching that. He's going to be watching GLD, which is a gold tracking stock. We didn't really talk about that this morning, Carlos, but gold prices continuing just to go crazy here as gold prices are hitting these all-time highs. $4,069 for gold right now, and just
when do we get to the point, Peter, that we have to start melting our watches? I mean, it's just going to be worth more than what the watch is. Like, when do we get to that point where people start melting their gold, trade it in?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I can't say that I own a lot of gold, so gold things. It's just not a thing for me. So, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe at some point we'll find out. But in any event, soon, says Mighty Mouse.
I like that.
Anyways, all right, guys. So that's what our mods are watching. Whatever you've got on your list, just be careful out there. It could be. I'm feeling like it's going to be a choppy day. I'm ready to be wrong. I hope that I'm wrong, but yeah, just take it easy. Take it easy.
Yep, absolutely. All right, friends, we'll leave you with the best and the greatest. Andrew and Brian train live here in chat. 5 minutes to the market open. We are going to
dynamic
continue.
duo of trading.
Yes, we'll continue here on YouTube. So take care, guys. Stay safe. All right.
Harvey, we're gone.
Okay, I'm gonna mute these guys over here so I can listen to you guys. And all right. Let's see here. The thumb button is the backspace. What thumb button is that? What's that for? All right, let's see. AMD, Tesla, BTQ, ASTS, and then down here, PLTR, which I might end up moving up given the way things are going. Bull, Webull, popcorn tickers, a ton, and RNAS for our popcorn tickers today.
What's happening? Chat room's going all weird on me.
I think Andrew just he's having issues.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah,
it's not me. Everyone's commenting on it. So
okay. Oh, what's going on?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to watch. This Aton feels like a crazy thing to watch. The heck?
Yeah,
Who keeps calling? I gotta see who's calling me. Hold on a second.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Yeah.
Prank call.
Prank call.
Prank.
Huh.
Hung up. They hung up when I said hello. So uh, I hate it when your number gets on these call lists and then you just get random
Yeah. Yeah.
calls. All right. What are we going to see today? I don't know. Carlos, yesterday I had a pretty strong opinion about AMD like I did on
Mm-hmm.
Monday. Today, not so much. I'm not feeling it
Mm.
today. So
Yeah, the sell-off is
it
not as
does.
clean as it was the last couple of days, right?
No,
Yeah, I agree.
no. And it's held fairly well. I mean, look, you just got to look at the daily to see yesterday's candle. Not really that aggressive. I mean, it did move down,
Yeah,
but it's not like it went to 200 or below, which certainly would have indicated a big sell-off. So yesterday was a big inside day, like total center of the price action for Monday, and today it's tough to tell what it's going to do, right? If we had an inside day of the inside day, that would mean that this stock would barely move at
inside
all.
day, inside day of the
Yeah,
inside day.
yeah.
Oh
But
man.
and hello, Sean. You're saying hi to us. Appreciate that.
Where's Sean? Sean.
Okay. Andrew D. Do we know how much RAM power to run and how many gigabytes Atlas needs? I haven't noticed any significant uptick in my computer utilization running Atlas because it runs in a web browser and it
Yeah,
doesn't seem to take all that much compute power on your desktop. So
yeah.
standard, if you've got a trading desktop, you should be fine to run it. Kyle, you're asking
Well,
where's the Porsche? It's in the garage, where it's supposed to be. So it's all good. We got it back about 2 weeks ago now. Actually, I went to a friend's cottage this weekend, Carlos, and it's the first time
mm-hmm.
I've driven it out of the city in a while. And of course, we're on dirt roads, and it's that car's a lot of fun to drive down a dirt road when you can sort of slide it sideways, four-wheel
Mm,
drive. But then you're spitting rocks all over the place, covered in
yeah,
dust.
yeah.
I need to wash it at some point. But yes, the car's back. Yeah,
Nice, nice,
back.
nice. Good man.
Yeah. So, all right. We've got less than a minute here. I still
Yep.
don't know. I don't
30
have any
seconds.
target trades for the open, so I'm just gonna sit and watch, I
Yeah.
think. I say
ASTS,
that,
man.
but
ASTS looks, this pre-market looks
oh yeah,
very interesting.
Space
Yeah, it
Mobile.
does.
All right, let's
It
put
does.
a
Yeah,
let's put Space Mobile on here. See
it's the
what we
one I'm
get.
looking at. Oh, POTR, $2 drop.
Yeah, oh yeah, look
POTR,
at that.
right before the open. Bell's coming up, friends.
All right, there's the
Here we
opening
go.
bell.
All right. All right, we'll see what's moving here. ACS could be great for 1 minute engulfing if we can get something like that. Careful with the shares on this thing. It is a massive mover as it pops up $2 from the open here and almost three from the actually 3 from the low of that wick. So it just tells you, gives you an idea of how much shares you got to take on this thing, right? Very, very careful.
Come here, come on.
Might have to manually type the shares in for this
That
one.
was horrible. That was horrible. I got caught in a bounce back. I've gone short bull. I'm
Mm-hmm.
convinced that bull's going to be dropping here.
Okay, okay.
I tried to take a partial, but I got a horrible fill like right near my entry. It was supposed to be like 10 cents lower than that, but
Yeah, it's
and
pretty bad.
if this thing
And
stops me out, I'm just going to let it stop me out here. But come on,
yeah.
bull. There we go. That's better. Okay. Oh, and see, look at that. It did it again. What the
The
hell?
feel for the
What the
partial.
hell? What what's happening?
Send us
Oh,
set up your chart. We can see it.
oh,
Um.
jeez. What the hell just
Oh,
happened?
look at Peter. You're getting the drop. Are you filling out? Are you getting your partials in?
I know,
Is your
but I went to get a partial and it popped right up and filled me at a horrible level, stopped me out, and somehow I think I ended long. I ended up long on this and then lost money in the long because then it dropped. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
happened. It
it's
put
moving
it put me
wild.
long.
Yep.
Yeah. This is
And you know what it is?
problematic.
This is where your plus 5 or 3 cents on a market order can screw you.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
five
exactly.
cents is a lot, so it'll fill you at a really bad spot, right? Yeah, so when
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
low
And I think
prices like this, yeah,
what
that's what it is.
happened here.
Yep, yep. Because 3 to 5 cents can make a big difference on a $12 stock. All right, AMD dropping down. ASTS is just messy. Yep, I see it, friends. I see your comments. The spread on it is ugly at times. About 25 cents steady. It's the worst I've seen is 25 cents, but oh, ASTS is gonna go. I was looking for an engulfing like down or something, but it's gonna take off here. Sitting the 87 high of the pre-market there, and looks like it wants to just take off.
What is Andrew trading here?
Andrew's screen is like
NVIDIA, of
frozen or
course.
something. Okay, it's
He's
good now.
long NVIDIA.
NVIDIA, yep, yep. Oh, mm, mm, mm. Wow, Tesla.
There we
Look at
go.
you, look at you.
All right. I went back short on Weeble because I wanted revenge, I'll admit here,
Get your revenge, Peter.
and this time I got a partial where I was expecting. I didn't get a good entry. I had a much better entry before. Uh, but let's see if this thing can actually do what I'm hoping it's going to do. But it's like you said, it's really jumpy here. If this goes back above 12, I'm going to be out. And the risk is I'm going to be out. It's going to slip, like you said, and give me a
Yeah. Yeah.
terrible exit. So I'm tempted to take more off. It's not a big win here,
Yeah.
but
Looking for a 5 minute ORB now, friends, with minute 3 or any kind of breakdown. AMD looks interesting. I like this one for a
took some
possible
more off as a
breakdown.
safety. You can't even see the second partial I took because it was literally right on top of the first partial. Which is weird.
Mm.
Like oh my God, to
Wow.
the half penny, Carlos. I got
Yeah.
filled
Yeah.
twice on the same $11.95. And those two partials I took were 53 seconds apart. And they had just ended up at the exact same spot. Yeah, I'm not having fun here on Weeble.
Yeah. Tough trader. POTR bouncing off the VWAP here could be interesting. So many could be interesting today, man. We got a AMD. Tesla's gone. There's nothing you could do there anymore. That thing is just gone. It is down pretty good. So if you didn't join early enough, you're not jumping in on that one. The next one I have here, ASTS 5 minute ORB. Got a nice pullback there.
I'm out of bull. This is bull, man. This bull is bull.
Bull is bull. uh, PLTR. Oh man, I missed a good entry for a 5 minute breakdown on PLTR. I missed a good entry. I didn't see it in time. Let's see here. So you got the engulfing pattern, 5 minute ORB breakdown. I don't like the previous day close on there, but yeah, I'm going short. Going short PLTR, friends. Let's see if we could break it here. So I like the 5 minute, right? I like the 5 minute engulfing. You guys know I love this strategy. I don't like the previous day close here, I admit, but let's see if it's strong enough to break through that, right? So 5 minute breakdown, hopefully below this previous day close. Let's see. See, I don't like it as much here, but I think it looks decent. Think it's worth it. Worth the risk. All right, next level below the previous day close on PLTR. 180.87. No, that's far out. We're not gonna get there. That's $2 drop. I don't think we'll get there anytime soon. So let's see. The 80 doesn't look interesting at all. Just looking at the daily here. All right, let's see if we can get the selling pressure.
Tesla's dropped.
Tesla is taking hammer, man, to
Yeah,
the
it's
coffin here.
being
Nails to the
beaten.
coffin, man. It's it's getting destroyed. Yeah,
Oh,
that's for
I should have
sure.
gone long AMD. I was looking at AMD for a long,
Do it, Peter.
Carlos, and I
Do it.
thought it's not my trade to chase
Right.
these things higher.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I saw it at about 113. Where was it? Right here, 113.60 or so. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it would look like a good
Yeah.
opportunity. And anyways, I didn't do anything about it.
No, I don't blame you, man. Can't
Here
be
we go.
chasing
You're at
stuff,
you're
man.
at previous day close, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
seeing
my
if we're gonna
God,
get the
stop the
flush.
close.
I want to get to at least 1 hour, man, on this thing. Make it worth our while, but previous day close lines in the way. You're in the way, previous day close. Now, oh, wait. Atlas, hold on. So let's
Oh,
see what we can get out of
dude.
Atlas here.
Oh, I should have
Atlas.
had some guts. All right.
PTR needs to break here. Come on, just break it. This looks so good for a short.
Yeah,
Just break the previous day close, man.
yeah, I'm a little worried about
Alright.
it there, Carlos.
Yeah, it's previous day close. I mean, if anywhere it's gonna bounce, it's from here, right? This is the place where
Why?
buyers might step in.
Why didn't
Um,
I take AMD? Why, Carlos? Tell me.
I don't
Why
know,
didn't I
man.
take it?
ASTS messed you up. I'm not sorry, Webull messed you up. Took you out of
Yeah.
the game of trading AMD.
Ugh. I know, and like I'm green on Weeble, but not by much. And it was a whole frustrating trade
Yeah.
series there. But oh well. Anyways, 9:35. And I got to write this one down because I really missed an opportunity here.
Mm-hmm. PLTR. PLTR. Oh yeah, Atlas. PLTR. Right. Don't do that, PLTR. Stay lower. Oh, PLTR and Atlas does not look in my favor at all. If I'm reading this correctly, this does not look good for me. Um,
Let's see. Let me
184.35
look at
has tons of
PLTR.
orders. You got like 50,000 up there. We
Oh
got
yeah.
some.
Oh
Yeah, this does
yeah.
not look good at all. Not in my favor.
No,
Oh,
look at all the topside orders.
yeah, it's not looking pretty.
Yeah.
Um, it's not looking nice. So we'll see. We'll hold to our stop on this one, but I have no hopes that this is gonna go lower based on the information I'm getting.
NVDA. Oh, AMD is gunning. Damn it. I should have. Why didn't I take AMD?
how
Ah,
how good is
Carlos,
this?
I've
How good
I'm
is this
very
doing?
upset that
Oh
I
yeah.
know. I'm
Oh
upset
wow.
that I
Yeah.
failed to.
Yep.
AMD and NVIDIA both working well here. I would even AMD looks like just a
Yeah.
a solid move. And NVIDIA did a good sort of VWAP retest. That's sort of your move there, Carlos.
It is. And you know what? AMD too, like if you look at AMD, it has a beautiful 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute here. This is just beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
engulfing, yeah.
I try to get this engulfing on a POTR, but it's just not going as well, right? So here's what's engulfing. It's
Should
pulling
have.
back against me. So not going
Should
as
have.
well.
Oh,
You're long at
now,
PDC.
Bull, you're gonna drop you
Yeah.
saucy bastard. All right.
So
I
Mastermind is
told you
long
guys.
at a PDC at a POTR. That's a good trade. Like if you're gonna go long, that's the level to go long against this previous day close, right? I mean I'm not rooting for you, but I'm not rooting against you, but I'm not rooting for you because I
See,
am I'm POTR short.
I told you guys today would be a frustrating day. It turns out it is for both Carlos and I. Bull is frustrating because I was in that trade and I don't know what happened. I had a whole bunch of like key errors. And if I could have just held my original short, it would have been great.
I think it was
I
the
don't know what
fill that
happened.
messed you up, man. The fills you were
I
getting
think so.
kind of
Yeah,
screwed you up a little bit.
it really did. So, anyways, ugh. Oh
All
well.
right, PTR is playing games. Why did we take NVIDIA? Let's look at NVIDIA. I don't even have NVIDIA on my list. Maybe that's why.
Because we're,
I was ready to look at it.
'cause
Let's see
we're
what.
foolish.
I'm looking at my watch. Okay, let's look at NVIDIA. It's not even on my list. So yeah, let's start
Yeah,
there.
you know what? I think, I mean, the reality is, at least in my case, I can
Yeah,
answer. There's only so many things I can watch, and I just wasn't watching it.
yeah.
So
No.
I picked the wrong stocks. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah,
So
see, but Nvidia is always on the news, right, Jillian? Nvidia, what they got to say now? They're partnering up with Tesla, but these guys are in bed with each other for whatever, for who knows how many years and months now. They just like increase their investment, or they did some change, but it's not anything new. With Tesla and Nvidia been in bed for some time now together, so um. Tesla
is
VWAP.
it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna take any trade until I'm done with this one here. Let me at least get a partial on my POTR. Once I'm in a good situation here, then I'll start looking for other opportunities. I want to get to 1R because my stop is up here, so I'm trying to get at least 1R, which is right about here. Okay, see, there we go. I wanted to get 1R to at least make this trade worth my while. So first partial 1R here. And let's see if we can get the drop. We broke the previous day close here. Let's continue if we can. PTR is such a nice trading stock when it picks a direction. Let's see if we can settle below the previous day close. Will be awesome. Atlas, still tons of orders. I'm still seeing tons of orders up here, right? So this is not actually. Oh no, they
Good.
went away.
No, they've been pulled.
Oh,
Look at
they've
how
been
they're
pulled.
gone.
Okay,
So
that's good for me.
yeah. So that's what got you the drop there. So good patience,
Yeah,
Carlos. You
yep,
stuck to your rules,
yep.
and
We are dropping nicely here. So let's see. So 181, we got a little bit of stuff going on there. Let's see if we can hold to that.
yeah.
181 or anywhere near that 181.20. I'll try to get ahead of this wall in case this wall is gonna bounce us the other way. So this is how I've been using Atlas, just like this, like really trying to identify spots where I should be taking partial or be considering breaking through or kind of supporting resistance. That's the way I've been using it. It's been pretty good so far. We'll see.
AMD popping a little higher here. You might have been a little early. Well, definitely we're a little early. White Cat Labs on a short on AMD.
AMD. All right, PLTR. I'm hoping the previous day close here at 182.17, which is right on 182.17, right over here. Starts to act as somewhat of resistance now, so hopefully we can stay below that. Struggling there though. Let's see. 180.
Oh, why am I not an AMD?
Does is that a thing, like putting levels here? Does it have like, do other providers and platforms have that where like, oh, this is the previous day close or the high of the day? Do we have that? Is that a thing? On other competitors? I never use Bookmap, so I don't know if that's a thing.
Oh, I don't know. I
All
don't
right,
use it.
well,
I never use them either.
yeah.
AMD. I guess AMD is trying to solidify itself solidly as a $200 stock, maybe even a $220 stock. And yet, I could have been in at 213, Carlos.
Yes, $5. You could have been in $5 ago. That sounds like a lot of
I could have been.
green.
Oh my God. It's
All right,
killing me here. Why?
Gonna take a partial on PLTR because we are back above the VWAP.
Why?
Yeah, this thing is coming right to it. This previous day close is a problem. It really is. ASTS made its move. Let's see. ASTS. Oh yeah, beautiful. It's a beautiful move. A beautiful breakout move. And I was looking at it for a 5-minute RB, but I probably would have been stopped out because the 5-minute RB happened around this area. Look at this drop, right? So I probably would have been. I was thinking here, the entry. Yeah, this is definitely would have stopped me out. On that. All right, I'm hoping we can get back below the previous day close on POTR.
Well, we just touched 220 here on AMD. 220, 220,
You looking to short it, Peter?
220.
Fed governor's
It's
talking.
it's a little early to jump in. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to see a break 220 first because I'm worried about how far I can pop above 220. It looks strong this morning.
POTR is playing hard to get. It's okay. POTR is playing hard to get. All we have is a partial on an AR. This is bull. Weeble. Weeble might not give you a whole lot. Let me see. Yeah, it's just so many orders. Look. There's just no way to really read this from Weeble, and it could be the reason why I was trading so erratic when Peter was in it. It's just it's very, very tough to read this. And for some stock, this is for a lot of tickers, Atlas is not gonna give you a whole lot of information like this right now. There's nothing happening here, so I wouldn't use Atlas on Weibo at the moment unless something changes. It's just going sideways with tons of volume, so nothing to read off the Atlas right now. POTR is not giving me the warm and fuzzy. I like the fact that we're back below the previous day close here now. Let's look at POTR and Atlas. POTR on the other hand, wow, those orders are back. Let's say 184, 35. But this size has grown a lot more. This is only like 17,000. Now we're up at 26,000. So that's gotten bigger.
I tried a short on AMD. I didn't last very long. Either it was going to drop or not. I waited for my confirmation candle after the volume, and
yep,
I just got in, got out. I don't. Yeah, I'm worried that this thing could pop higher because I mean, 2 days ago we were as high as 226, almost 227. Yep. So, yeah, here we go. So that's why I was so quick on that.
All right, PLTR, we're coming back down to my 1R here.
There. Oh yeah, there you go. Oracle is dropping to the low of day right now.
Break low, break low.
Look at the SPY. It's a little erratic there, dropping pretty heavy.
Right, how you guys made out? AMD is turning. AMD. Hey, heck fake, and it went the other way. It's going the other way now.
Yep.
Strong. AMD strong.
It is.
Friends.
It's very strong today.
Careful. If you're gonna short this, do it the way Peter does. Very, very tight stop. Peter gets in, he's not like in 10 cents above. He's out. Like you're not letting it. Yeah, let me see.
Oh,
let me see a trade.
I mean, you can see my trade. See how tight that is?
Oh yeah.
Like,
partial.
I got in. I got a partial as soon as it got below Yeah, as soon as it got below 219, and then out as soon as it came back up to break even. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do better at taking these, but I'm not going to take a lot of risk. I'm just going to, jump in. If it works, great. If not, you get out because this is the type of move you want to be out of the way for, right? I mean, if
Yep.
you're long, great, but for me, trying to go short against it, you don't mess around with these strong high of day breaks. So yeah, it's a precision art. It's
Yeah.
I do wish I was actually just long AMD through this whole thing because $8 ago could have been,
$8 ago.
yeah,
Oof.
like tell me how much that hurts.
And this one hurts because you actually could have been in it because it did our
I was
setups,
there. I
right?
called it. You
Yeah, a
guys could
couple of
go back
setups
and
here.
check the tape. Yeah.
I mean, you got a VWAP
Uh,
breakout, you got a 5 minute or engulfing, which I would have definitely traded for this. Right, so that's a nice play there, and man, this thing never looks back. Like it never retests your entry once you're in here. Anywhere near
yeah.
VWAP here, you're golden. So if you're in AMD, you're doing very, very well. I'm gonna take another partial on PLTR because I have a feeling the breakdown is gonna be short-lived here. So partial on PLTR here, just in case. I don't like that we're struggling to break further below the previous day close. So another partial here just in case. We're not gonna drop lower. So struggling
Wow.
to find weakness.
32,000 shares at 222. They got taken. Okay. Whoa. 172,000 shares sitting at way up at 225, but not much between here and there. It's tough to tell where AMD wants to go. Nothing on the downside either.
AMD is a freight train right now. AMD is a freight train.
Uh,
Be careful,
uh.
friends. This thing
And
is.
the order book is pretty empty, except for the big, again, a lot of 100,000, 200,000 shares sitting at 225.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. Wow, I am Carlos so disappointed.
That's a trade that sets up the whole week, you know? That's a trade that
Yeah.
sets up the whole week. And you know you're comfortable. Comfortable.
Mm.
225 on AMD is going to be the next
I
point
mean,
for a possible short report, Mike's.
I had a a good trade, an equivalent range to the downside on AMD on Monday. So, it's not like I'm totally out of, that nothing happened all week, but it's just being that I was right there in this one and I just chickened out. That's what hurts. Yeah, this thing is
Yeah.
crazy right here.
POTR back above the previous day close. I'm glad I took a
Mm.
partial on this thing.
I'm not chasing,
I am
not
going to
chasing this, but
bail on POTR. Going to bail on it, I think. My previous day close actually is right at VWAP. I should wait for my. Not sorry. My break even is right at VWAP. It's right over here. I know you could barely see it because it's red on red. I try to make it pink or purple, but it's right here. I might as well wait for see if it can stay below the VWAP. It's not much of a difference, really.
make it. What if you like made it white? Well, because I was thinking
And
you're always
then
gonna
you can't
go.
see it.
You're always gonna go short on a red candle, but not always.
Not
Not
always.
always.
No,
So
not always. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I guess you could just make it black. Could just fill it in as a
Oh
black
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah. Black is actually a good idea because you could barely see
That'll
that.
show up no matter what.
I actually like POTR for a long. I'm more look at it. It looks good of this base here above the previous day close. It looks great for a possible long. So I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna flip my position, but I'm gonna get out. And I'm really thinking long on POTR. So let's see if it does our move. I mean, the support here is great. You got the previous day close. Clearly, you're not selling lower, right? So you're not selling lower. Previous day close, VWAP, the target high of the day. I mean, it just looks good for a possible long here. But I still want to trade off my setup. So let's see if we can get a retest of the VWAP, and then I'll go long.
What's that? The cops after you, Carlos? Where am I hearing this?
Nah, it ain't mine. It ain't from me. No. Law-abiding citizen. Not getting into anything. Okay, here it is. Trying to get going. So I'm looking at PLTR for a possible long VWAP breakout off the previous day close and all that fun stuff. NVDA heading back up, bouncing off the VWAP. Basically, ASTS dropped. And we could short this thing. Be careful. BTQ fell apart. Hard to borrow. Tesla trying to do something at VWAP. I don't like this at VWAP though as much as I do like PLTR. Like PLTR a little bit better. Peter, you're getting a drop on AMD. Did you jump on this or no?
No, I don't know. I'm still feeling. I didn't want to be revenge trading this thing. I saw the short potential at 223, and I almost took it, but I thought, again, it's tough to sometimes like distinguish your emotions. And I honestly was trying to figure out, am I just frustrated at missing the long, therefore I'm just going to be too aggressively going short, or is it a legitimate opportunity? And by the time I sort of worked my head through that, it had already dropped about 80 cents, and I said, okay, I'm not going to chase this in case it bounces on me. So, yeah. So I saw it, but didn't take it. This one I'm not so upset about because I knew the mental exercises I was going through, right, to figure out whether to trade it or not. So the earlier one I'm still upset about because that was just me being, risky, being wimpy, really. That's all that was.
Yeah.
So.
Faizan, thanks, man. Appreciate that. So Faizan is thanking the community. Wouldn't have noticed the stocks I traded if not for this community. Awesome, man. That's what we're here for, right? We work together, and you guys call stuff out. Might not be looking. We'll do the same for you, and hopefully we can, open your eyes to something you might not have on your radar. So. Mike is saying, Peter, 223 was a good level to short as well as it is the expected move for the day. So Mike also mentioned that's where there might be a pause, right? Some kind of pause and then continuation. So we're definitely pausing now. I don't see this as a full blown reversal yet, but the way you trade, this could have been a reversal with a couple of partials already.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? You would have been. So I get what Mike is saying. You'd have been already here in the money. Yes, that's $3. $2 from 223.
$2, yeah.
But again, I still see this very, very strong stock. So careful. Let's take a look at Oklo. Yes, great. If you were watching it, I mean, here's your VI breakout, right? Not the cleanest. That pullback's a little suspect, but here's your VI breakout. If you're watching it, I can't touch it now, but if you were paying attention to this one, this would have traded very well. PLTR got messy on me. I don't like it as much. It's not clean anymore.
It's a tougher read right now.
Yeah, it was looking great here. Then now it's just got. This is not a category 1 or category 2 trade. And Mike is in the room, so I can't be taking no category 4 trades anymore for the week. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that
He's keeping you
alone.
honest, eh?
No, I'm going to leave that alone. Yeah, no way. No way. All right, so let's see what else we got here. There it is, right? The pause, as Mike mentioned, and now we're getting back up. Let's see if it can break 223. AMD's the best trade today was AMD. Clearly. NVDA breaking the high of the day. Let's see here. ASTS. Yeah, ASTS. I'm looking at this one too. I mean, you got the. I'm concerned with the trading action on it and the spread just a little bit. Right, so you see the drop here. Here's the pull back to the VWAP. This candle is strange, right? Jumped up, and then look what it's doing here. This is not the price action I would like to take a short on. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If you do decide to trade that though, just careful on the share sizing. The setup does look good though. Like if it comes back here, if this thing drops, and what just happened to that candle? You saw that, guys? It's just, it was, it readjusted. I guess they had to readjust. I've seen that before. It's so funny. That looks a little bit better opposed to what it had here. This made no sense, it opening up the way it did over here. This looks much cleaner. I kind of like ASTS. Here's our drop. Here's the pullback we're getting. If we can get the confirmation, 85, 81. 85, 81. Right in here. And at least to 84.11, hopefully. That could be nice, guys. Careful on the shares. If you trade this, careful on the share size. Please. It's very, very risky. We're gonna drop. Okay, I'm gonna go short ASTS. Let's see if we can get the breakthrough here. Stop is 87. Careful with the number of shares.
Oof, you're gonna try it, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Let's see if we can get the drop here. The move looks clean. I don't like the stock the way it trades, but the pattern here looks very, very clean. After this candle fix, this candle is so weird, made the pattern look off out of control. But I guess once it fixed, it looks much better. Let's see you get the breakdown. 84.11 is what I'm looking for. Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if it wants to continue here. We got some rain today here, Peter, finally. We've been on a drought for a long time. Yeah, man. It's been dry. People are starting to get concerned with the reservoirs and all the other stuff. So
it's the rain that we had yesterday. So finally going your way.
Yeah, it's been a while since we got any significant rain, so we got some.
It's
today.
True. It's been very dry. So
yeah, it's been very, very dry, man.
Rain.
So, all right, come on. Gotta get the drop. Get the drop. $84.11. Let's go pick those. Oh, what does the? You know, on ASTS, Atlas might not look as great. It's not. Actually, I stand corrected. It looks much better than what I thought. Looks much better than Webull, that's for sure. So here it is. 84.11 is what I'm looking for. I would love to get to that area. That is the low of the day. And we do have some people here at 84. So that's good. I'm actually trying to get on this bag and wagon here. So maybe I should wait for that 84. Well, let's see. We're getting the drop. It's so hesitant to drop lower. Amazon breaking out of VWAP. We'll take a look at that. Long bull. Some people are going long wee bull now. We are definitely going to get 84. Nah, I can't say that. Nothing's definite in the market. We are looking good to get 84.11 here on ASTS. Nothing is definite. Nothing is for sure. Let's see if we get the
Looks
drop.
good, Carlos.
I know, it's trying.
You got the read. Nice.
Volume has died down, so that's not good for the bulls. So hopefully we can sell off a bit here. All right, friends. Over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. We appreciate you guys very, very much. It does help out the channel a ton. We're sitting at 225. That is the target we want AMD to go to today. But we're sitting at 225 with almost 1,100 people watching. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Yeah, I can't say that. Or you think of something like, oh, you can't say that. You know the crap you will get for that? I just thought about something like, some people are not hitting the thumbs up because I was going to say because they were missing something. And I'm like, oh, man, you say that and you are just going to get hammered by certain people. No, I can't say that.
Yeah.
It's like when I said, the worst thing I said, and I didn't even think about it, it just came out like, oh, that was pretty bad. It was a company. We can say it now because we're not making fun of it, but it's just reflecting.
Okay.
We're reflecting. Okay, so we're very cautious here. I said
Okay.
it was with Norm. It was a company about Alzheimer's, and they had a bad face trial error.
I think I remember.
And I was like, I was like, oh, what happened? They forgot the recipe, and I was like, oh crap! Why would you say that? That was pretty bad. And you didn't think about it in a negative way. It's just more comedy, but yeah, you gotta be careful. I almost said something very similar now, but I'm gonna refrain. It's only Wednesday, maybe Friday. All right, let's see, friends. Trying to fall here, but it's not happening. Yogurt 7777. Our pleasure, man. Let's see if we get the drop. We are struggling so much now. Thought it would happen earlier, but it is taking its time. No, not yet. Membership, not yet. We'll do that when Andrew comes on a little bit later. We'll give away our membership. He'll probably do a month. Like we did the annual one yesterday. Send that out already. So congrats, and we'll probably do a monthly one today. And it's probably gonna be for Lambos and garbage trucks. So if you want to sign up now, because then you have time to sign up, and then join. If you try to do it by the time we're doing it, it's you might not do it in enough time to be part of it. So if you're interested in that, here's how you do it. Go next to subscribe, hit that join button, and you'll be
Good
you'll
AMD.
be good
It's
to go.
AMD's just hanging out here.
Yeah.
ASTS got to.
It's struggling, man. Yeah, and my stop is 87, so I want to get at least 84 to kind of get at least something out of this, but it is struggling.
At this point, would you stop at break even, or you?
I probably will stop before 84, 87. I'll probably will stop. I'll give it a little bit above my break even.
Okay.
but I won't let it go too far above that. Nice. Oh, yes. Patience pays off. I'm not going to play around. Let's go. Let's take a partial right here. You tricky, tricky, tricky ASTS. Try to get me to bail. So partial here at 84.11. Try to get me, Peter. Try to get us out of a good drop here. And let's see. Bulls are getting concerned now. If the Bulls are in this, like, oh man, we're at the low of the day. Are we going to start chipping away at the gains from the pre-market? And I hope we do. Please share your view on Atlas on Apple. Yeah, absolutely. Apple. Here it is.
Atlas of Apple.
Why does it look so weird? Is there anything going on in the charts? I don't have the chart up of Apple.
It's at the high of today. Apple's pretty empty, better. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's
got
empty.
A bunch of shares. Well, 384,000 sitting at 260. But you know what? Apple, you got to be careful on Apple. Apple's one of those stocks that can leave shares at a whole dollar number forever. Like, just because there's 384,000 shares sitting there, they could be there for 3 days. They really could. I've seen it happen. So, look at this now. AMD did break lower. Ugh, why? Ay.
Peter, you've been keeping up with the Toronto and Yankees games?
No, I haven't. Not a big baseball guy myself. I don't get baseball. But
it's you got a bat and try to hit the ball and get on base. It's not that difficult.
All right, I understand the concept. I don't understand the attraction.
Just want to be clear.
It seems very boring to me. But people love it.
Yeah,
it's a very popular sport. I can't argue that. Just not with me.
Here it is, friends. 83.31. I'm gonna I feel this is one that's gonna give back a lot. I want to be patient. I don't want to be greedy. I want to be patient with my partials. I feel like there's so much room to the downside on this thing. So I don't want to be here with a bunch of partials. Next, this thing is sitting at $80. And that has happened to me quite a bit. But then I don't want to be holding too long and overstaying my welcome. Such a balancing act when it comes to the way I partial. It is. Oh, but this would be so irresponsible of me. No. Partial. It would be so irresponsible to let this go back up from here without taking a partial. So, a partial here, and let's see what happens. Teammate. So what happens is, I don't think baseball is better than pickleball. There are sports that, for example, pickleball is action all the time, right? It's action all the time. You play baseball, you're sitting down and you're watching for, your friends to do whatever your teammates to do whatever they're doing. So it's different, right? It's different in the sense of actually playing. This is why I enjoy basketball, because basketball, you're doing action all the time. You're constantly dribbling defense. You're doing something. In baseball, you got to sit down and you got to wait for this person to bat, and then you might not go for the next. It's different. Now, what has to happen is you have to enjoy pitching. If you enjoy pitching in baseball, then you enjoy the game, right? It's like soccer. If you only like soccer because of the goals, forget it. I don't enjoy soccer at all. So when I sat there on Sunday mornings, my parents would look, my dad and mom had the soccer thing. I'm like, this is so boring. You haven't scored yet. We've been 2 hours into this, not even one score. Who does this? We need scoring. We need numbers, you know. So, but you got to enjoy the defense. You got to understand what's happening. You know, this, yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's you do have to enjoy the
yeah,
art of the sport, I think. No matter what the sport is that you're playing. And
yes, yeah,
it's a funny thing. Like I like to, I mean, obviously I enjoy playing pickleball because it's a lovely sport to play. But I like watching pickleball actually because I can appreciate the hand-eye coordination at the elite levels that they've
yeah,
got. Just the amazing hand ability to do things that I know that I can't do. So,
yeah.
but it's yeah,
You
sport is.
understand
Oh
the
no!
difficulty now. Yeah, don't
Whoa!
look at it. Don't look at AMD. You understand the difficulty
Oh
now
no
after you
no!
play a sport.
Yeah, it's bull. I just saw. I
Oh, don't
just
look at that either. Don't
looked
look at
at
any
it.
tickers, Peter. Just look at the spy. Don't look.
Oh no!
Oh
You know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Especially when
Oh
I was in,
wow.
I
Look at
was in
look
it.
at
I was
this.
in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's not a
that's
huge move dollar wise. I mean, let's face it, it's only moved, it hasn't even moved a dollar on the day.
yeah, but
But I
for
get,
$12 stock, you know, that's
yeah, my
yeah.
original entry, I was in with like a 20-cent stop. So, so this move would have been great. And
Yeah.
it would
Yeah.
have, proven I was doing the right thing. I just sometimes my risk aversion gets me out.
Yeah, Mike, I agree. Once your kids start doing a certain sport, you start to enjoy and understand the difficulty of it. My daughter, the younger one, she's only 4. She's into gymnastics.
Mm.
Like she is into it. And I'm looking at her doing her thing, and I'm just like, they're not doing much. They're just kind of doing very little basic stuff. Come more playing around than anything.
Yeah.
You start to enjoy it. You start to enjoy the difficulty of it and the levels and the dangers of it, and you start to get into it. Same thing with soccer and your kids now, right? So it's that
Yeah.
happens. Like hockey, I never watched hockey, and I went to actual game. And I also think you have to go
Yeah.
to any sports that you are interested in. You got to go to the live game to see the environment and see the things that you would not pick up on camera. And I think I told
Mm.
you this, Peter. The subbing on hockey, I was amazed. They caught me off guard completely. They don't
Oh
pause the
yeah.
game. They just come out and come in. I'm like, what is happening? You don't see that on TV. Their thing is on the puck the whole time, right? So yeah, so that was pretty fun. It's much different when you're there live on these sporting
Right.
events. So much different. Soccer is Life. Oh, that's from the movie. That's a great movie. The show. What's it called? Apple TV. Soccer is Life. Got tons of
Oh,
awards. I
Ted
forgot.
Lasso.
Ted Lasso, yeah. They're supposed to be coming back with another season 4. They're thinking about it. I'm gonna take another
Yeah,
part
that's what
here,
I
guys.
heard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I heard they were filming one. Yeah, him like back in the U.S. or something. So
Yeah. Take another partial here and see what takes place. So the guy that was he didn't want to do another one because he was away from his family or something. I forgot what it was, but there was some reason why
he
they didn't
got.
want to do another one.
I don't know anymore. He got divorced during the filming of Ted Lasso. Apparently, not
Oh,
not not so great. The main guy, whatever, I can't remember the actor's name there offhand, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
not a great guy apparently.
Oh, did not know that.
He ain't no Ted Lasso. Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, but anyways, it's tough to know. It sounded very messy. His whole divorce thing was very messy, very
Yeah.
ugly. But
Yeah, it's an awesome show. If you haven't seen it, I mean, you could tell it won tons of awards and all of that. It's a great show. It
Jason
is
Sudoku.
funny. It is so funny. I mean, it had me and my
It's
wife dying. We found it hilarious.
the Ted Lasso, the show.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
found it good.
it's
Yeah.
funny because I know when somebody first mentioned it to me, I'm like, I don't know. I don't like those feel good, touchy feely shows, whatever. But then I watched it, loved the show, loved it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's so kitschy and over the top that it just works, right? Like if you just accept the character for who he is, then it's yeah, it's pretty anyways, great show.
So, all right, we're continuing to drop here. Combat sports are the most impressive to me. And they are, man. It's a lot of sports that are just extreme. I think baseball is probably the easiest sports to to get into. Right, the other ones I feel like require so much demanding physicality from players. Right, like soccer. This is nonstop.
All
This
right.
that hockey. You got to be physical and push around and still have the eye coordination to hit a
Huh.
puck. You know. Um, Besides the pitcher obviously is it's got to really have his stuff together.
This is a random fact. Just looking at
Mm-hmm.
Jason Sudeikis' profile. Do you know that the
Yeah.
actor Jason Sudeikis, the guy that played Ted Lasso, he was
Yep.
born with anosmia, which means he can't smell.
Oh,
He's got no sense of smell,
it's not
so it
good.
affects his sense of taste since smell and taste are closely connected.
Yes.
There you go. Didn't know
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Random. Don't need to know that. I'm doing this to, like Carlos, on your advice, to try and distract myself from
From looking at
watching the stocks that I should be in.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my God. I once again today, I keep saying every day, I'm like, today I'm gonna take all the trades. And then every day I'm here looking at trades that I've missed. I guess that's called being a trader, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I am happy with today's trading. Uh, Execution was good. I'm really happy with the execution today. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, my friend. So Atlas, so here
Yeah.
on Bull, we mentioned earlier, Bull is not really giving you a whole lot. I mean, just look at the stack, right? And it probably because a lower price ticker. Just look at the stack of orders here. So you're not really getting a whole lot. If I were to read
Yeah.
this, it looks bearish to me. It just looks heavier on the bearish side, right? Um, Go ahead, Peter.
Oh no, I just Andrew's somebody asked him in the chat room, why are you always trading Tesla and NVDA? You seem to just trade those. And Andrew's giving a very serious answer to it, and it's a good one, right? Because of the
Yeah.
market volume and its volatility and the fact that it moves and all the good reasons. I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking, you know what the real answer is? I'm making $20,000 to $40,000 a day trading those stocks. Why would I do anything
What
else?
what else do you want?
Yeah,
Like
what more do you want from me?
what
Like
more do
it
you
ain't
want from the
broke,
guy?
baby.
It ain't broke, don't fix it, man. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. These stocks they work well with his style, and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Just I get it. People want to trade different tickers, and I like that. Hey, look, today we traded ASTS. Normally something we don't look at. And this was awesome today. Beautiful
Yeah.
breakdown. And we called it lovely. The execution was great on it. We called it nicely here, right? We said, hey, 85.80 drops below that, we'll go in. We'll try to get to 84.11. We got both of those things going. So, Mike's Cat 1 trade here, Mike. Trying to make up for my Cat 4 trade earlier this week. So, this is awesome. Awesome. But a lot of times, the AMDs of the world, the Teslas of the world, are giving us these moves every single day. I mean, AMD today, right? POTR is another good one as well. So it's tough. It's tough. Like if they told me, hey man, pick 4 tickers that you can look at for the rest of your trading career, or maybe not trading career, but let's say for the rest of the next year, a whole entire year. I know exactly which 4 I'm gonna pick. All right, like I know exactly which ones I'm gonna watch. So can't say the rest of your trading career because if tech collapses, then we won't be looking at tech as much, right? We'll be looking at something else.
Right.
So it'll change with whatever's hot, whatever's in play, whatever the season is. It'll definitely change. All right, friends, we're looking at ASTS, seeing if it's gonna drop any further. It's just 3 par, so I'm trying to be as patient as I can, but because I think this thing is digging into the pre-market sessions gains. You can see it here on the 5-minute. See the gain we had all pre-market, so we're starting to dig into that now. We lost whatever we made at the opening of the day, and now we're diving into the pre-market gains, right? So look at this drop here as we continue. So let's see. Roman Enzel, welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family. Mike mentioned earlier, Thor did an awesome video. I haven't seen it yet, so it's posted up. It's gonna be posted up this weekend. So every week, guys, we're doing a video. Plus, you get Andrew's recaps on there. So look out for that. This I believe they do it Fridays or Thursdays. It's released. So be on the lookout for that. How did our popcorn stocks did? A ton, nothing. RNAS, nothing. Just pure garbage on both. Both not shortable. We're intact brokers, so you really couldn't play any of these. So yeah, nothing to see there. Nothing to see. All right. All right, 299 likes. Thank you guys. That's awesome. We're just 101 away from our goal. Our goal is 400 before we hand it off to Andrew and Brian
400.
in about 2 minutes.
Yep, 400.
So 400 is our goal. Help us get there. So we feel like we did our job today.
Go.
Yes. As ASTS drops lower, let's see if we can get 80. Let's see if we can continue to drop. Let me look at ASTS on Bookmap. No, it's not ASTS, is it? Yes, it is actually. Oh, very interesting. 81.10 above us. We got they pull. You saw that? They pulled the orders. This thing might drop further. There was a big 80,000 here. It just went away right there. And just 80 left. So that's a good sign. We definitely like that. T-Man, it's all good, man. It's all good. Sorry you didn't join this party, but it happens, right? As long as you have your plan, right? If you have your plan, like as we're calling out trades, just make sure you match it up against your trade book. Everything matches what you're looking to do. In some cases, it's going to agree. You're going to take it with us. In some cases, you don't like it. You don't take it, right? But as long as you have your own plan as well, it's important. You can't just blindly follow someone. So when you don't take a trade, it's perfectly fine if you don't join it. It's got to match your plan. KK, you hit 3 likes.
I think
you
only
have
get
3
one.
accounts. Do you have 3 accounts
No,
you joined from?
If you got 3 accounts, I guess. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, we appreciate
Then you
that.
could do that.
Yeah, we appreciate that. All right, here we are. So we're trying to break 80. There's nothing to the top side, so I'm hoping that this bullishness continues below 80 on ASTS. We got 80 here. It's the next level we want to break down from. And
Carlos.
let's see.
And even Tesla popped up. Every one of my reads was right today. If only I'd executed on more of them.
If we would have executed just an AMD alone this morning, Peter, just AMD alone would have been I chose POTR instead of that one.
So, Carlos, do you have a level two? I don't know if you have a level
I
two you can
have this level
show.
2.
You can
Yeah.
show.
What
Yeah,
ticker you want me
that
to
thing.
show?
Well, it doesn't matter. Mohammed is
Okay.
asking, how can you know how much is the spread? So, Mohammed, the spread is always the difference between the active bid and the active ask. So, call up something that's pretty tight, like AMD, since we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
It's a little
There it
easier
is.
because. So if we look at AMD on the screen, you can see that it's about 4 or 5 cents, the difference between the bid and the ask, right? So but there's an easier way. If where it says VWAP, Carlos, if you right click on that and then you pick bid ask spread, you can often get it to tell you right there, right? Bid ask,
Yeah.
no, spread down below there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. So it'll tell you right there. See the spread is 4 cents, 6, 8, 4, 5. There you go. So there's the number. So now the only thing you need to know about that is that if the bid size is less than 100 shares, which means it's going to show 0 on the level 2, then it will skip to the next number. So sometimes the bid ask spread number you see there is not necessarily going to match the difference between the top two numbers. It depends on the size. So, but bottom line is that's the easy way to tell the spread. You can get it to right on your screen if you want. What tool, White Cat Labs? We use a DOS Trader Pro. So what you're seeing are screens from DOS Trader Pro. That's our trading visualization tool. But there's lots of tools out there. It's not the only one.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah. And if you're starting out, you can start with like tradingterminal.com. You got a simulator there. Like you have other less expensive, because the Trader Pro is expensive. It's 150. They just charged me today 150. I'm like, you know what? I know it's not a big deal now,
Hey,
but it's like for 150, really? I got the dash charge right through PayPal, 150. I'm like, okay, it's not a problem. I mean, we made that today, but it's like, if you can cut your costs starting out, that was a big chunk for me. I was like, man, 150 starting out, and I'm losing money plus 150. It's a lot, Plus you need a scanners, plus you need this, plus you need that. Operational cost of the business, it's not that inexpensive, but we're trying to help that process with tradingterminal.com. We're trying to make it less expensive for people to get started. So we're having a problem with this wall here at 80. Hey, good morning, sir. How are you?
Stop making money. It's illegal.
It's illegal. Let me get it into the chat here.
It's what we're here to do. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Not for Carlos on YouTube.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it's not good.
Old dog, great short on it. It's beautiful, beautiful. I was watching it and said, "Oh man, it's great." So let me. So I shared my stuff over there. Peter, how are you doing?
I'm okay. A little frustrated. I had a couple of trades that I saw and I just didn't have the guts to take. So unfortunately I missed them. But otherwise, it's been a good day. I had some successful trades.
So you're missing balls. That's what you're saying.
That's true. Okay. Yes.
What happened? What happened to your sign that says "Take the trade"?
I know. I've got to listen to it.
Oh, nice. It's okay. You had some really killing day on AMD the last few days.
I did. Yeah.
Congratulations on that. We had a really good day. I had a really amazing, solid day on NVDA. And with the help of Market Atlas, so Carlos doesn't show it right now, but I'm actually sharing, looking at putting it next to my chart, and I'm seeing it. So with the help of Market Atlas, I really took two good trades on NVDA, and one of them was actually on NVIDIA at the same time. So turned $23,000. I think my plan was to get to $10 million by the end of the year, and I'm at 9.5 almost now. So we're getting there. See, by the end of the year, it would be on 10 million. That would be nice. And so this is my position right now, sitting on TLT and BO. And I bought some short-term government bonds because they give a little better rate. So SGov is short-term treasuries, they're all 4.5% annual interest. So they're better than TLT a little bit. All right. So, and I did record my screen for NVDA. So the market access was amazing. Even market access right now. Carlos, do you think you can put market access next to it as well? So you have to readjust your screen a little.
Yeah. Do you have it up? You have it up? Oh yeah, I see what you
Yeah, I
did.
have it
Okay.
up. So it's the three
Yeah.
of them at the same time. So if you do it, that would
Yeah.
be
Let me
nicer. The
let me
full
fix
screen. If
that.
you can do the three, that would be really nice. It's a little bit tricky. So right now, even the market atlas is a little bit bullish. So it looks like 189.50 wants to go through there. The chart pattern is also there. The only reason that I'm not taking the trade is there are two reasons I'm not taking this trade. Number one is I made my money, and it's the time of the day that I don't want to trade. And number two is there's no number two. That's just the number one.
Heath, I mean, it's up to you. It depends how, if if you like, if you like audiobooks, you can download, if you go to the Bearable Trader website, you can download all the charts and graphs and tables for the audiobook. So if that's what you like, a lot of people prefer hard copy, but some people like audiobooks. They can listen to them while they're driving or whatever. But there is a lot of references to charts and tables. So
Yeah, you can download it on our website, variabletraders.com/audiobook. You can download all of them for all the books. So Arlene, my position at the beginning of the year was, I don't remember, I have to look at it. It was somewhere around $8.2 million. And in the Liberation Day, I got liberated a few $1 million. So, but I
they
made it back.
liberated you from they liberated you from your money.
I got really liberated on the Liberation Day. So that was something. But I made it back. On the personal account, I didn't. I had another account, 650, and it blew up on that one. So I'm waiting for the government check in April for the tax refund. But this corporate account came back up. So yeah, the situation is pretty good right now in bank account. Any question, guys? Amazing, nice. Alex on YouTube did a very nice trade on Atlas. I like that. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you actually. Funded account. So this is, let me bring up this one. So one of our really good friends and traders, go for the screen. Carlos, let's see. So Greg is one of our really good traders, and he's a good friend of mine. He lives in Alaska. So you can't see it here. The quality of the chart is a little bad, but this is his funded account. It started 12,000, and now he's up almost $50,000 here. So I know this isn't sustainable, but no, that's wrong. It can be sustainable. What are you talking about? But here's my P&L equity in my funded account. So trading term funded account, guys, anybody who trades on that and you get this one, get a big check. But Greg has been, trading for quite some time. So, and he's just being humble. I know this isn't sustainable. So that's definitely sustainable. Like I'm doing it live in front of you every single day. Like it is sustainable if you work on it. So
Yeah,
I think Greg would be the next
you just
person with one of these big checks.
you just got to continually follow your rules and your strategy,
Yeah.
and continue to journal and continue to try to improve.
So
I mean,
Cosplay is
on
asking,
a percentage.
yeah, sorry, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I was just going to say on a percentage basis, obviously, if you're making the same amount, your percentage is going to drop. But You know, if you're doing the same amount every day, still, you know, if you're making 100 or 200 or whatever, it's you can maintain that upward trajectory.
Ace of Trades, welcome to Lambo and Garbage Truck Club. Congratulations. There are 2 people sign up. Oh, nice. B77, welcome to Lambo and Garbage Trucks. We're going to give 1 year elite annual membership today. The Thailand trip is full. Like, we have 50 people coming. My family is coming. My mom is coming. And it will be really nice for Thailand. Mr. Pezim is coming. A lot of our traders is coming on Thailand. So it's amazing. Another trip that I had an idea is I was thinking of Christmas to New Year. I go to Africa, Kenya and Uganda. If anyone is interested in joining me, we can actually go to Africa after Christmas for seeing gorillas and safari. And I know Kenya and Uganda are very, very beautiful. So maybe we can do that as well if anyone wants to explore Africa together.
When is that?
I was thinking of going after Christmas, or just right around Christmas, because Christmas is not a big family holiday for me. So maybe we can go. Do you want to come? That would be really nice. If anyone is keen to come, I know a company who, you know, planned something for us. If Thailand is like this, or both, like I'm gonna go to Thailand, I'm gonna go to Dubai for a few days, come back here for, you know, 10 days, and then Christmas time I'm heading out of here. I usually go to South America for Christmas because it's summer down there and climbing, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really keen to climb this Christmas. Do we trade from Africa? We
They
trade
got
from
all those.
anywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
They rescued all those people from Everest, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I was on the north side. Yeah.
Oh, look at AMD back at high of day almost.
AMD, yeah, AMD was nice. AMD was really amazing trading at the open. Like this, the market atlas on AMD was also very clear. I was just so now even Atlas is kind of bullish right now. It's going to go for the break of high of the day, AMD right now. I wouldn't be surprised if continue going higher for the all-time high. So again, see the market atlas is very bullish. The time of the day is an issue, like we're getting into the midday, but definitely, yeah, Atlas is available.
Big order at 223 on AMD. That would be, let's see, high of day is 223.60-ish. Yeah, Q's, we got that nice bounce on the SPY and the Q's. Did a 920 trade at about 10:15. There was a nice. I get one of my trades this morning was a nice VWAP bounce on AMD, right around 10:20.
No, it's amazing. Brian, can you briefly explain how you use Atlas? Somebody's asking
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, Atlas is a visual representation of level two. So quite often, stocks will gravitate to large pools of liquidity or large orders. So, you can use it as a tool to determine where those large pools of liquidity are, whether it's to the downside or whether it's to the upside. So usually if you see a lot of orders that are stacked, like if this to the upside, generally speaking, you can surmise that the price is going to go there. And of course, conversely, if you see a lot of more orders stacked to the downside, you can sort of make to speculate that it's the price is going to move lower. And so right now we've got a very large order that's showing on AMD at 223, and there are some other orders here up to the upside, 222.45, 222.55. Not as big, but so it's just a tool. It doesn't mean that today AMD is going to go back up to 223. Actually, one of the market maker just moved, or somebody just moved a very large order from 223 down to 222, 222.25. You can see that. That's the other nice thing about this tool. You can actually see where the level two changes. Whereas once it changes on a chart, you don't get that opportunity to see that change. But you can see there was a large pool of orders that were sitting they moved it down from 223 to 222.50. You could see the change in the volume at the higher level, and you could see somebody moved that order down, and was pretty close to where the price was, and they got a fill on it. So they wanted to fill that order, so they moved the price down. Well,
So
basically,
question
by looking at
is Atlas and Bookmap are the same, Brian? Because I never
essentially,
used Bookmap.
yes, essentially, yeah. I mean, it's the same. It is the same. Yes. Um, the price is much. The only thing that's better on Atlas for sure is the price. Um, the price on Bookmap is, you've got to pay an annual fee. It's like $1,200, and then there's the data feed that you have to pay for, which is another is it $120 a month?
Which is
So
crazy because the
it's
Nasdaq is only
not
$20. I think
cheap.
that
Yeah,
it's a premium that they make on the data fee. Um,
yeah. So you can get the same information from Trading Terminal for a fraction of the price. And again, it's just a tool. How do you tell if stock's bearish or bullish with this? Yeah, I mean, it's basically if there's more orders, it's a little counterintuitive. If the price is trading around, like let's say AMD is trading around 222, if you see a lot of orders to the upside and not much to the downside, um, chances are, or there's a better chance that it's going to move up into those pools of liquidity or into those orders. So it's a little bit counterintuitive that way. You think, well, oh, there's all these people selling up there. Well, the price tends to gravitate to those areas. So
oh, we are adding the
yeah, I
historical
mean,
as well to, sorry.
yeah, yeah, and the historical. I mean, like I said, I could see, when I was watching AMD, I could actually see the people move their order down. And then you can look back and see it. It's a historical thing. There you go. We got that big order was sitting at 223, just got filled, and now the price immediately dropped back.
That was cool. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, yeah, that was crazy. That was in a sort of a weird price action. You got it through a real wiki candle there to get that to hit those orders at 223. So again, a little counterintuitive, but when you think that there's a lot of orders, you think a lot of sell orders, you think, oh, maybe that's not a good sign, but it's for the bulls, but it actually is an indication that price is going to gravitate there. But again, just a cautionary note on this. I mean, it is just a tool. It's I've seen large orders where the price will almost get there and then it does. So it's not there is no tool that's 100%. Otherwise, it would be um, the market wouldn't be the way it is.
Excellent. It's called the efficient market
Mm.
theory. That's what you just said is the
Exactly.
efficient market theory. That if you figure out something that generates alpha for you, that generates uh, unusual performance, the market would adopt that and absorb it. So
Yes.
that's called efficient market theory. That essentially what they're saying is that impossible to have a strategy or algo that consistently beat the market. Maybe for some time you figure something out, but the market would eventually absorb that. That's a very important
Yeah.
theory in financial markets.
Yeah. Eventually, everybody's doing it, and it's sort of self-defeating. So SPY and Qs are kind of rolling over now.
All right, so let me get a couple of questions on YouTube. Um, so the futures availability on Atlas, I think it's low on our priority list. If you trade future contracts, again, if you look at the liquidity of QQQ and S&P 500, it really is equal to ES and EQ because those contracts are following the market. So the futures and the S&P 500, to some extent, they follow each other really well. So um, that probably would be next year for the futures. Also depends on the pricing from the exchange. We've been really working nicely with NASDAQ, but CME exchange in Chicago is a little bit different. It's a little bit more difficult to work with them as well. So in terms of responsiveness and their pricing and everything. So we'll see how that one goes. Yeah, so if you have any question about the trading terminal, always email info@tradingterminal.com or just directly to me, Andrew@bearbletraders.com. I forward it to the team that can answer that. If you're part of the chat room, the support tab, David is really helping everybody on that. So if there's any issue on that. And yeah, so if you sign up the trading terminal, everything is included. I love the fact that one membership access to everything on trading terminal. I don't like the hidden cost and hidden fee and everything. So the people who sign up for $59, I'm absorbing the $20 by myself. It's not that I'm going to add another, $20 to you somewhere. So the saving the current setting plus UI UX, changing it and stuff is going to come in a few weeks. We're going to also give you an option of 4 different tabs of things. So, you can actually have AMD, NVDA, Tesla, PLTR, all the different tabs. So you switch between them. So that would be really nice. But it's going to come in a few weeks or maybe before that. We just the one that you're seeing, what we call is the MVP, is a minimum viable product that we just want to release it really fast, get the feedback from you guys, and just build upon that. Journaling tool is also coming for Trading Terminal. It starts with our simulator and funder account. And then after that, we move to, be able to option of giving it to IBKR, CMEG, Charles Schwab and different brokers, the Robinhood and everything that you listen, but those are down the line. All right, anyone? So we're gonna give a 1-year annual membership, guys, to Lambo and Garbage Truck. So if you are in YouTube, you'd like to join, sign up. In a few minutes, we're gonna do 1-year annual. Give it a little bit of time, Carlos, if people want to sign up. Let me answer a couple of questions in the chat room, guys. Anything on So at this moment, you don't need to activate the trading terminal funded account because automatically everybody is in there. But launching it soon, we're going to give you 2 accounts, real-time simulator and funded account. You can actually switch between these 2. And then, yes, you can activate that one as well. But for now, everybody is having access to that. No, Greg, we never really built trading terminal for real trading. Never. It's my never. It's one of the red lines that I don't like to cross. Connecting a real account to trading terminal, because for having that, you need to really be in a very different level when you're dealing with other people's money in terms of safety, security, robustness, stability, customer support. And the answer to that is why. Like Lamborghini of the trading platforms are out there, like DAS. Like, why do you want to build another one? What's the point of it? I don't want to reinvent the wheel. The reason that we built trading terminal is I think I found that there is a big lack of all of these tools all together at a very reasonable price. And it was very difficult to convince other people to build it for us. Like, for example, Market Atlas, I think DAS should have built it because they have the data and they have the technology. And why they didn't build it? It's not the high priority for them. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1-year Elite Annual membership.
Wow, AMD is ripping here. High of day.
Friends, you hashtag elite, and there's a way to sign up. Just head over to bevertraders.com/YouTube, hit the join button, and you can sign up.
And you must be liking the video as well, guys. Don't forget that you have to like the video. All right, like the
All right.
video.
Well, I'm gonna grab some breakfast. Everybody, have a great rest of your morning.
Awesome, thank you. Perfect. Guys, remember, you have to like the video and you also have to be a Lambo and garbage truck. So Thor is also ready.
All right, we're good to go. This is 1-year annual, you said, right?
Yes, 1 year.
Oh,
And if
nice.
you
Nice, a
remember,
big
we
one.
extended for you.
It's a big one. All right, friends, here it is. 133 entries. There's good chances to win here. And the winner is Autumn Dale. Autumn Dale is the winner. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Email me,
Yeah.
carlos@bevertraders.com, and we will get you all set up. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations, guys. And all the best. So, Thor, I see you're online, but I don't see you.
Yeah. Hold on, my camera's not working. Just realized my camera wasn't turning on, so let me fix that real quick.
So, Thor
There we
is
go.
doing
There we go. We're alive.
Nice. Thor, I was talking about your presentation at Money Show, which is, I think is next week, yes?
Yeah, it's yeah, coming up here soon. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Next Saturday. So I'm actually sharing it on my screen as well. So Carlos, if you go full screen, so that would be really nice. It's in Orlando, and I think Thor is also coming next February to Money Show Vegas. So we do live trading together. Nathan said it would come. Brian and I will go there. So they're gonna give us actually at 6 a.m. The room to live trade. So that would be really nice. Have mini BBT Day Trading Summit. We can actually have it in Money Show Vegas. And again, go to Money Show. I think it's worth, if you're local, like I didn't want to go to Orlando for this. I've been in the past, but if it's local, if you're close by, I think it's totally worth going, and you get a lot of value from it, and it's free. All right, so how was trading with P Capital Bootcamp today, Thor? Did you make money?
Trading was amazing with P Capital this morning. One of the trade, I'm actually still holding a position right now on Oracle. We saw this for a really nice short. We got short just shy of 290, and we've been holding all day on a nice R3 short. Atlas was, you could clearly see how there was a large order block to the top side with no order structure above it, so no potential for it to really rally out to the top side. So we actually saw that, and then as we started to sell, we got engaged with it, and so far we're moving right towards a large set of bids to the downside. So you can just really see in Atlas beautifully kind of the directionality we're looking to follow here as we're following the breadcrumb trail up and down the book. So pretty awesome, this tool, man.
Good, congratulations. So I'm gonna hand it over to you. I know Dr. Vanessa Charland is coming with her beautiful charm. So yeah, thanks guys. So I'm signing off.
Thank you, boss. Good to see you. Thank you. Hey, everybody out there on YouTube. Hey, Dr. V. Good to see you.
Hello.
Hello. How are
Good to see
you?
you too. Great. And you?
Amazing. We in P Capital, we were talking about today about like exercising just patience and waiting for setups. And, we kind of tried a couple of things and really weren't getting there. And then we got this great trade on Oracle that's been really working for everybody. But it was really showing how like mindset really is the whole thing. Like as we were talking about this morning, really trying to make sure everyone was just not trying to just get crazy on this thing, but really, really do it. And I know I had a lot of distractions this morning. My daughter was up late last night, and then my sitter didn't show up this morning. So I am literally like trading while running, while peak, while daughter, while trading, while here, while back. It's like, wow, like let's go.
Just be flexible.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the great thing about the trading lifestyle, right? So
Bonjour.
hi
Hello.
YouTube. Everyone's saying bonjour.
Yeah, I love
Bonjour.
it. So no trades for me today. I was too busy and I didn't have time to look at charts a lot. I always like to look at the higher time frame story, and I didn't have much time, so nothing on my end today.
Right. It's a tough gig. Whether the great thing about trading, right? You and I talk about this quite a bit, is that trading is there when you need it, right? It's like it's not like you have to be there every day. It's if you're a busy day, you got the kids, you got to get them done, and you got your, I know, and most people know here, you're a very successful practicing psychologist, and you have private practice. You know what I mean? So you also have to deal with your private practice and the people that you're working with that are not traders, that are actual just, regular everyday people out there dealing with regular everyday problems. So it's pretty interesting, to think about. Isn't it awesome that you can just kind of say, you know what, trading for this morning, I'm just gonna put you over here for a little bit and focus on life.
Exactly. And I have like 2, 3 people not doing well, so I need to see them more often. So again, flexibility in the schedule there. But you do have these thoughts coming, like pressuring about, you should trade. You didn't trade much this week. So I need to work on that sometimes and just say, well, I see that I'm putting pressure on myself to take trades every day. So maybe yeah, it's not a good thing, right? I'm never gonna
No.
trade based on that idea that I should trade more because
Couple
it's
things on that too. Not only should you not pressure yourself to trade the same, you are a psychologist, I think, first, right? Trading
yeah,
is
of
your
course.
side hustle, right?
Yeah.
You do trade, and I know it, I've seen them. You're a very successful trader, you're very good at it, but you're always very open about you're a PhD psychologist. That is what you do. You help traders, not just in trading, but you help them get through the issues that maybe some other coaches like me, like I can teach technicals, but I mean, if you're dealing with childhood trauma, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to unwind that for you. You know what I mean? You're going to need someone more like you, right? And, you know, even in a private practicing, maybe that's not even a trading thing. So I really encourage, you know, I like, especially with people that work with you, I hope they stay focused on the reality that they're coming to you for a very specific reason, which although your trend lines are the best lines, you know, it's your professionalism as far as like, you know, neuropsychology, you know, your, you know, hypnosis, your therapy, all the different things that you can do outside of trading, I think is really why you work with Dr. V, right?
And speaking about psychology, we talked about that earlier in the show together, but there's really a thing about the link between emotional maturity and success in trading. And because we know technically when we start trading, we know that it's going to be hard, but it's really more hard than we think it is in the beginning. And I think one very honest question that we should ask ourselves is, am I ready to be challenged in my core beliefs about myself, about others, about the world? Because the markets will do that. They will challenge us. But if we react negatively when we have messages that we're not doing the right thing and we get mad and angry instead of taking the information and working for it, then we might have a problem. So sometimes when I work with people, I tell them, I'm sorry, I'm stepping on your toes a little bit here. But it's important to take in what's happening. If it's not going well for you, what is not going well? And I'm pretty sure that your system is probably not the problem. Okay, the Jay-Z song, I got 99 problems, but the system I want. Okay, I just changed the lyrics, but
Oh, I thought that was the lyrics. I don't know what you're talking about.
so really, most of the times, you guys are good traders, you're successful, yet you mess around with some behaviors that are generated after you had some thoughts and emotions that maybe you're not conscious about. But do the work, do the cognitive behavioral therapy structure for your trading before there's an external trigger happening, a losing trade, a lost opportunity, you exited too early, whatever it is, there's an external stress coming at you. And then it makes you activate some thought patterns that you entertain about others, the world, and you. Okay? Then you have emotions because thoughts and emotions are linked together. So the neurology comes and meets the affective part of us. Okay? So the brain meets the affectionate part of us. And then it generates a behavior. But if you're sick of that behavior showing over again and again and again, break this down like I just did. What's the external trigger most of the time? What are my thoughts and my emotions associated with that trigger? And then most of the time, what do I do? Because again, it's not because you have an emotion and a thought that you should act on it. Put some space between what's your internal world like and what you do about it. Because many times it's so good just to wait a little bit. So
Absolutely.
let me know, chat, like how does it resonate with you, what I'm just saying? Does it make any sense? Does it not make any sense? And you, Thor, like how can you,
No,
yeah.
I think not allowing space is actually kind of something I have as a detrimental behavior in general for me. And since I started working with you as a, you know, in the performance aspect, that's one of the things I've really gained is kind of that ability to just, you know, so and I don't know why. So for me in my life, space always used to seem more uncomfortable than it does now. So I live much more in it, but that took a little bit of effort on my behalf. And in trading, you know, not touching positions, not getting in, staying out, all of these things were very difficult for me in the beginning because, you know, I have to just not do anything. And that's as, you know, and that was very, very hard for me. Now it's actually kind of ironically one of the things I'm best at in trading is not doing anything. But it's actually I'm the complete opposite of the way I traded when I first started.
And yeah, I think it's so like important to have this, like the investigator or like a detective for your own brain, because most of it is probably unconscious. If you're not happy about your trading, it's probably unconscious. So make the unconscious conscious. So each step has to be decomposed. And then you can look at it and say, okay, this is what's happening. I have this schema about myself or the world. Or I understand that I want the market to give me something. Like I didn't take a trade all day. Now it's 3 o'clock. I need to take a trade. I'm gonna see stuff that is not really there because I needed to trade.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I protect myself from that? When I feel I need to trade, how can I do something about it or not do something about it? Because in trading, not doing is doing, right? The
Absolutely.
real work in trading, the most time spent in trading is waiting, is not trading. Trading is a small portion. So we get the charts prepared, we get the hypothesis for the day, we get the playground set, but then there's nothing.
So I want to like show you or talk about the actually the trade that I'm in right now on Oracle. So I'm short on Oracle. I've been short on Oracle, and I'm about less than $1 away from hitting my target. It took me an hour. I don't know if Carlos is still in. If you want to throw it up real quick, but it's a position that I got into after waiting for 30 something minutes to get into this position. It called out. It was a cam play. It called out from the alert, and we looked at it and got into it. But now, what have I been doing since then? Waiting, like nothing. You know what I mean? And this is where the real trading happens, right? The real trading happens now, letting it get close to the price target without taking profit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying you can't get out, right? But I'm not thinking about how I get out, right? If I don't have a planned reason to get out, I'm not getting out, right? Like one thing I like about you is how you use trending, right? And you could say, okay, if I lose a trend, I can get out. That's a reason, right? You don't think about that. You have a reason. And that's what I really like with what you were saying before. I try and keep as much thought out of the process as I can. If there's no signal, you are the one of the biggest catalysts in here for this. If there's not an alert, if I don't have a signal, nothing. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to trade.
Yeah, exactly. So in finding what makes sense to, I really enjoyed my peak capital session this week. People were awesome, and I don't know if we have peak capital here, people from peak capital. It was very interesting because we were talking about finding a system, right, and how it is important. And what the theme that came over and over again was the fact of the concept of being comfortable. Because you're not gonna trust a trading strategy because you don't know it. But if it makes sense to you, you can see, okay, I see why. I'm a range trader. I decide to be a range trader because it makes sense that at some point the price will be too extended and will come back more to the mean. So it's a story, it's a context that I'm comfortable in. For me, I take my trades when it breaks my go trend. I call it my go trend because the price is telling me, let's go. I am in with you right now. I want to do the same thing that you're planning on doing. Okay? So it's very important. And for me, it is so clear, so simple. Levels, go lines, that I don't have to decide anything. So I really like that, the fact of finding something that is comfortable for you. So for instance, for this trade for you, I see that you're taking an R3 short, right? So why did you take the setup above R3 in this instance?
Oh, it's not on TV. On TV, it's perfect.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
just DOS doesn't calculate it in the right spot. So, but I took the trade on Interactive Brokers on my DOS account because I don't trade at that equities through those. So, but that's why, yeah. And my stop's above the, you know, in the range right up here.
So you don't wait for the price to touch R3 or reach R3.
In this instance, it struggled and the order book showed a really large void above R3. So I had no expectation it was going to go out there. It was close enough. So yeah. It's just it's a range play in a lower, wider range. So once we're at R3, I don't have any expectation to go out. And the volume was reading sell. So it was pretty nice.
So exactly. So you have like 3-4 criteria to say, hey, I feel confident in this.
But that's it though. It's really only like 3 or 4 criteria. And that's one point though that I want to make, right? Is I don't have 20 criteria or 15 criteria. It's like it's at a level. And if it looks like it's doing the right thing, I mean, I haven't, but you know, you said something before about using a system, right? I have been using this same system for about a half a decade. So I have a lot of experience with my system, right? I know kind of when it works, when it doesn't, and having, you know, not only having a system, but actually living in that system. One thing that we talked about that I think is a really good idea is the idea of if you're looking at a system and you're trying to do back testing, don't actually back test. Rather, go back to that time and then actually replay it and watch it as you replay it and say, would I feel comfortable actually doing this, right? It's not just, did it work 80% of the time, but would I actually feel comfortable holding through whatever's happening 80% of the time? And that's a big difference. A lot of us go back and we put a system together, but we actually find out it doesn't actually work as far as our ability to hold the risk on it. And then it falls apart, but the stats were winning. Why did it fall apart? That's the reason why. So I think that says a lot to it. And now it's squeezing on me because it got really close to my stop. So here's the really fun, uncomfortable part of when it gets this close to my stinking target. This happens to me way more often than I would care to admit. And
I remember the RTY trade. I mean, it will reach your target, I'm pretty sure, but like at 345.
Yeah.
It's gonna do the whole thing, the whole pullback for the rest of the afternoon, and it's gonna hit you.
Right the other day. I was like, come on.
But that's the thing. So I mean, that's your system. So you choose to wait for your target, and I'm doing pretty much the same thing. And it can mean that the trade will last 5 hours. You know, to get that $1. And it's not about being greedy. It's about being to respect the system, basically.
Well, exactly. And for me, again, you know, it's just, it makes it, if I wasn't here doing a show, or if I wasn't trading in peak capital or doing the room, once it's in, it's a bracket. So I would literally get out of my chair. I would go do some stuff around the house. I'd hang out with, my
Well, that's
girly
your
or something
trade,
like
yeah.
that, right? I'm
That's your
done.
trade for the day, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm already done. Like I only take like one trade, maybe two trades a day generically, and then that's about it. So it's like I have nothing else really to do now. So I'm just gonna go hang out. And it's really actually, I find that I have made the most amount of money in the market when I am doing the least in the market. Like I actually think how you kind of keep the market, I kind of like how you keep the market as kind of a slight side hustle. When you can get involved, you do, but you don't have a rushing desire. You're just like, okay, I've got some
No.
spare time. Let's see if I can make something happen. Okay, nothing happens. No big deal. Moving on. Like, I think it's really valuable for everyone out there to maybe think of, trading more that way, to try and keep it as much of a side hustle mentally and emotionally as you can, even when it starts to make you replacement income. Maybe still treat it like a side hustle. Find something else that actually brings you joy and fulfills you, because Dr. V did a presentation once that really like changed my whole outlook of trading in this crazy way, which is the presentation where you said and you had a post about it too, which is that it'll never fill the void. Like trading is never going to make you happy. It's never going to make you feel good about yourself. Like it's just going to give you money. But so and what that really helped me out a lot, because I think there was a long time where I was looking for trading to like bring me this massive amount of fulfillment. And even when I won, it didn't.
But again, it might make you feel good when you have a great trade. Like I had a great trade on Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday or yesterday. I don't remember now. Um, I mean, you feel good. You read the market right. You had a big trade. I had like, yeah, I was very happy. So it's okay. It makes you feel good. Again, when your setup doesn't work, you can be upset, right? Oh, it didn't work. But at the end of the day, I don't think trading will fulfill something important for you in your life. It's a way to make more money, but you need something more. Like, what is your purpose as a person? You can use trading as a vehicle to be more of that. But I think you should not rely on trading to find your purpose or your value in life as a person. Okay? Trading is very spiritual in the sense that it will challenge you and make you transform, but it will never fulfill you based on the trading itself, the outcomes, the trades. But the transformation that will happen for you will be amazing in other areas of your life. But please make it like something on the side. Like you would buy an apartment and rent it. That's another way of making money. Okay.
Right.
Having swing trades is another way to make money. Investing in a friend's company, whatever it is. But find your purpose as a human. So if trading sucks for you 1 year, it's not the end of the world.
Right. That's a big thing when so many people that come into trading, that when you're mentoring with somebody, right, V, that like when you come in to like work with somebody and then they come up to you and the first thing they ask you is, so how long do you think it will take me till I'm making replacement
Yes.
income?
One of my
And
favorite questions.
and then as soon as you get that one, there's part of you that kind of like wants to scream, and then there's a part of you that kind of goes like a bleh, you know what I mean? Like because there's no way you're going to answer this question that like is going to make anybody happy. Like the first answer is, who knows? Right? Like I have no idea. You're a complete individual, and maybe you never make replacement income. I mean, but I think by keeping that not as an expectation, I think, and just allowing it to happen. If you get the skill set and you get good at this, you'll make money doing this, no doubt about it. But why worry about the outcome in any scenario involved in trading, right? In your trades, I don't think you should worry about the outcome. Just take your trades the way they're supposed to. And in your trading journey, maybe we don't worry about the outcome. Maybe in life, it's a little bit easier that way. Let's just enjoy this process and going through it together as a community and really learning how to do this thing, but then maybe not worried about it, the other side of that thing. We'll get there when we're supposed to.
Mm-hmm. or not, and that's okay.
Or
Not
not.
everybody should be a trader, and that's okay. Or
Yeah.
not everybody should become a day trader. Maybe swing is better for your personality, okay? Or maybe options is better for you because also options, you have a very clear-cut stop loss and you could swing the position. I don't know, I'm very not an expert on options, but maybe it's not because day trading at the moment is not working that it will never work. But also,
Right.
if you find that maybe you're always too stressed in this environment, so maybe take your trades more like intraday swings. So switch to a higher time frame for the day trades, or
Mhm.
maybe have some paper trade swing trades and assess that. Like, how do I feel when I swing trade? Okay, maybe it's more that avenue for you. But again, you need to experiment and it's going to take some time. And also, you say that we need to develop skills. Yeah, 100%. We need skills. And then we need to listen to the rules, follow the rules. How good are you at being wrong?
Mm.
How good are you at following simple rules and trust the process? Again, sim trading is very helpful for that. Just practice and practice. Changing your mind about trades, being stopped out. It's not working out. Oh, I have the criteria. I should be in. I listen. I follow. Practice being wrong and just, it's okay. It didn't work out. What could I have done differently? This morning, we were with my people journaling the trades from the beginning of the week, and it's so amazing. Journaling is also, I cannot stress that enough.
Mm.
Journaling is your best friend. And looking at trades, I had uh, a lady I work with, and she's doing great, and she had two losers. And looking at the trades again, we could identify, oh, I was longing R4, but we just tagged just before that. We just tagged the downtrend on NVDA.
Mm.
So the price was following the rules of the downtrend, and I was longing right after that. Well, maybe it's a lower probability trading setup because the 4-hour downtrend is stronger than an intraday R4 breakout. So maybe I'm going to try and align my trades with the higher time frame story and the other trade too. I don't remember the ticker, but again, it was respecting the downtrend to the T, by the way. NVDA had two amazing short setups based on that downtrend. Amazing, okay? So again, going along there, it could work because trend breaks, okay? But the first job of a trend is to do its job of bouncing the price in its direction. Don't argue with the markets. Let the
Mm-mm.
markets tell you we are breaking trend. Do not anticipate because you want to go long at R4 that the trend should be aligned with you because you're going to lose a lot of money.
Well, I like this when you
Respect that.
talk about like, you always say this really fun thing, which is being an obedient servant to the price, right? Like we all have these great ideas, but if it's buying, it's buying. If it's selling, it's selling. If it's following a trend, it's following a trend. Like all of these things that we use, they're how we interact with the market. Like you're a surfer, right? There's a way you like to surf, but if the waves are crazy and crashing in the wrong direction, you don't get to surf. Like you don't get to make the waves do what you want them to do. And the market's the same way. If the market's a bulldozer, what you do not want to do is get in front of it, no matter what your strategy is. This is why you try and make sure you're adding in things like either trend lines or volume and price analysis or order book reading, tape reading, these other ways to get, no one level on in any system is going to work alone well enough. You're going to need to pair it with other entry indicators to help you know when it's time to mine that level or really use it.
And I would like to share the screen maybe to show that example. I think it's important. The fact that we shouldn't argue with the market. And hello, Carlos. I would like to share my screen, please.
Carlos.
He's gone.
He is gone. He's in progress. It's coming.
Oh.
We have a
Oh,
black screen.
while we wait, look at my beautiful teacup that I bought.
Oh, I know. Look at that thing. Oh, what is
The
that a heart?
the organs of the human body. So while I drink my tea, I have anatomy class at the same time. So you have the skin, you have the blood vessels, the lungs. It's so amazing.
Why is that yours, but mine's a purple cup with flowers on it? I just don't understand like what's going on here. Like,
I'm such a nerd.
is this a personality thing going on here, people? Like, what? Like, she's obviously the smart one, right? Out of
Okay,
this,
I have a question for you. How many organs do you guys think we have in our body?
I could Google that. So, no, I'm kidding.
No, Google, please don't cheat. We have a Mickey Mouse. So we should start a cup thing. So we have the Rock Band t-shirts and now we're starting the cup.
I like it. I like the cup one. I'll start a.
So how many
Yeah,
organs do we have?
don't forget the
15?
epidermis. Don't forget the epidermis.
So we have, guys, approximately, I don't know why it is approximately, by the way, but it says
Because
on
not
my
all of
cup.
us have the same number of organs.
Yeah, okay. We have approximately 78 organs. Oh, somebody said 79. Hey,
Yeah, that
good
was long
job.
enough to Google, is what that was.
889. Are you some kind of
Wow.
alien? I don't have
Wow.
brain. Okay, that happens. Sometimes. So,
Vic has a lot of organs. We
so
said
we learned
organs,
something
not
today.
Oregon. That's a state.
How many Oregon we have?
How many Oregons do we have?
Okay, can we see NVDA, please? Carlos.
I think he's at, we'll get him here at some point. Because now it's just us.
How many
Oh
bones?
man, that's so
How many
funny.
bones? It's a good question. How many
I
bones?
I aced biology, by the way. That was a fun one. That was like one of the few classes I really liked in school. Like biology was a fun one. There we go, V. Your chart's up.
Yay. So yeah, how many bones, Thor, you think we have in our bodies?
Yeah, I aced it. I just want to, isn't it like 200 and something? 20 something? Hold on. I can Google.
Okay, let's go back to the trading biology class.
206. I was 20 something. Ha! I was close. I should have just went with it. I would have been right. Dang it. It's like
Okay.
taking the SATs. You just go with the first answer that pops into your head. You know what I mean?
NVDA now. So looking at the 4-hour story of NVDA, okay? It's always the way I trade before in the morning. I always like to chart and see what the big money is doing. So I can align with them or try to align with them, okay? So looking at NVDA, we can see that we are in an uptrend on the 4-hour chart since I took the bottom of September 17, okay? So we have like a steep trend up. And then at some point, Friday 26th of September, we branch to go steeper. NVDA was very bullish and it broke a resistance that we had since July. Okay, so it's a bullish move. We went in a very big candle. We broke that resistance, retested. That's why when I trade breakouts, I trade the retest. Okay, it's always a good idea. And then we broke that trend last Friday. So the steeper move up was broken on Friday. So because of that, I have now a downward pressure coming in. So my trend line for the downward pressure starts here at the swing high before we broke that movement. And my second touch is this pullback. And then I draw my line to the right automatically with the tool, okay? Look how well on Monday, the candle respected that trend line. And again, on Tuesday, how well it respected the line, okay?
That's
It's
awesome.
magic. It's magic. So if we go on the 1-minute chart to trade that on a 1-minute chart, we can see how beautiful this move was, okay? You draw your trend going to the level, and then you have your entry to go short. So 4-hour trend down should do its job of putting the price down. Okay, so we enter at the trend break at the higher time frame trend. Now we get a call to long our 4 here,
Which should not happen.
but we had a call. So
So yeah, we're making some adjustments to the indicator that's going to factor in its opening position to stop calls like this. This is a lower, wider range. It should not be calling a breakout call.
No, but no, this is for today, but this is the call for today.
Oh, yeah.
No, now we're looking at the 7th. So this is
I see. I
today.
see. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, I got it.
So it was called yesterday, okay? So why I would not take that setup? It's because just before, like 30 minutes before, we did what we're supposed to do with the downtrend. So this is not a good context for me to go long.
Absolutely.
And also, if I want to take this trade long, I have another layer of protection. Let's say that I didn't see what happened. I also have this trend. If I connect this high, okay, from the last high, if I connect this with this, I have this trend. So really the entry should be only when we invalidate that downward pressure on the 1 minute to the level. And really the price on the 1 minute is just following that movement.
Right.
So again, do not argue with the markets. The markets are telling you we are respecting the downtrend. We are respecting now this downward pressure. So it's just adding other layers of protection and also having a story. And this morning I was saying, okay, yes, we have some downward pressure, but this trend up has been going for a longer time than the downward that we have here. Okay, so we are here in this sideways price action. And because we are holding the breakout level, okay, this resistance that we broke, we could end up going back again to the line, expect again a reaction, but then we can broke it then because we are still contained above the resistance that became support. And also we are still above this one. So the big bucks are really like, until this breaks, don't wake me up, basically, right?
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I'm so glad, like for a lot of people, when you're looking at this stuff, I think it's really important to factor. For me, I'll be honest, it's almost a little bit too complex for me. Like I have a lot of trouble hanging in and drawing. Like I'll get these in hindsight, but your ability to actually read and understand how this is happening in real time always amazes me. But I've recognized that one of my weaknesses that I've always had is actually reading price action and following the price, which is why I've kind of always just stuck to ranges. Because for me, I'm never gonna, when I see you do this stuff, I'm just like, it's literal black magic. Like it is so like beautiful to see how they hold and how they go through it. And I really like how you use this to invert. I need to spend a little bit more time. I'm gonna have to come to some Dr. V classes on some trend lining maybe and spend a little time looking at these because but it's I think it's just really amazing. And remember, everybody out there, as you're looking at adding some of this stuff in here, the 4-hour trend that she uses a lot. I've looked at that one a bit. I really love like her 4-hour stuff. I've also been really liking her monthly high and monthly lows she marks as additional levels that are really working. So, it's as we're looking at the pivot system that I use or any system everyone uses, remember, it's generically not just one thing that's going to work. It's you'll take it and then you'll modify it a little bit to make it fit with the way you like to read price. And I think that's really awesome. So it's really cool. It's really impressive to see how that was going.
Like
Dr. V.
yesterday, we had the all-time high level on ES, okay, the blue level. And I had a trend line going like this, okay? So you take your entry at the trend break below the level of interest, and then it also broke a steeper uptrend on ES. So I had 2 levels on the 4-hour aligning here to take my entry. And then I took my profit at the other trend line that I had on the 4-hour. So it was from one trend line to the other. And look how it continued down. So that was a very important level yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all-time highs are great when we revisit. I mean, they are gold. And we had another beautiful setup. Now the cam's aligning with the picture of an S4 breakdown. So I love when S4 breakdowns happen in the context of a downtrend intraday. So you wait for the price to break S4, come back and tag it, and then you draw yourself a goal line, and then you take the trade and you go to the next level.
Yeah, that's the one I got. I got that pullback and then got a short there for the move down. That was really nice.
So again, finding simple ways to make you follow, obey the markets. If you have too many things in your mind, it's going to be difficult. You're going to have a battle up there, and it is exactly what you don't want to have. So I set the alert, okay, and I get ready. I don't want to long this, okay? I want to short it. Okay, so I have my trend. My goal line is going to tell me, okay, we're breaking everything. We're breaking the trend. Yes, we came back a little bit. That's, again, part of the game. It's not because you take a short that it's going to melt away directly. So you have to be patient. You put your stop at the swing high before the trend break, and it might do like this for 3 hours for what we know until something happens, okay? But you don't get to decide that. You only get to decide what is your plan for the day and when do you enter trades. Oh yeah, the trade on YM on Monday was, sorry.
So as you're going through, what is your criteria that you're using to decide when you want to like really go with the cam plays versus when because I know you're saying something about like if it's uptrending, then you're really not as focused on the precision of the plays versus when it's down, like you're willing to go against the cam play more if it's in a certain trend. So you kind of seem like you're putting more importance on the trend necessarily than the cam. Is that generically how you're
Yes.
making that decision?
So my trading decisions are firstly based on the picture, the higher time frame picture. And then when I go intraday and I see that the cams do not align with that, I don't trade the cams. So then I remove them from my chart and then I trade my levels basically.
So you have some days when you're kind of using one system and then other days where you're
Yes.
using a different system, just depending on basically whether or not you're respecting levels or you're in trend.
Yeah, exactly. So let's say that yesterday ES lost the all-time high and we had a lower wider and R3 was just nearby. That's a perfect cam trade, right? Because it's in aligning with the picture, but I'm not going to take an R4 breakout long if the downtrend is right in my face. That doesn't make any sense. The bigger money is not going up, right? So I'm going to be, hey, I have like $100. Let's do it, right? No, nobody cares.
So do you feel like it's valuable for a trader to, if they have one system that's not generically performing as well day to day, to have a backup system that they're going to go to as like,
Yes.
if you're looking at that? And how many backup systems do you think are too many backup systems? Like why not have 4 backup systems or 6 backup systems? Like, or should you just have one system that you use regardless of whether you have a trade that day or not? For me, I feel like this falls into that eagerness to trade category. Like if you don't have a cam set up, then I'm going to go to this one. But if I don't go to that one, am I going to go to this one or that one? How much is too much?
I follow you. I think you need to put time into each of them before you switch to another one. But I really think whatever you do, the bigger picture is your best friend. So I would totally advise to have some kind of levels to kind of know, okay, Today, I might be more long oriented. I'm not saying biased, I'm saying oriented. Maybe today I should favor longs because we just hit an uptrend. I don't want to argue with that. The bigger picture is going up. Okay, all the people with money will not get out of the position until we lose that trend, right? So it's preferable to align with that. So if you don't have a CAM play, maybe you have another system there. You have a level, you have a support and resistance. Make it simple. These lines, 4-hour resistance, 4-hour support, okay? This is a trend line. So I don't have many things on my chart. I just have the closest levels that are significant for what the price is at the moment. I'm not charting 50 levels. I just have a couple. This is all-time high for YM. These are support and resistance. This is an uptrend, a steeper one. So my play on Monday was to short when we lost that. I saw that we lost the uptrend. I saw that we lost an important support. And yesterday's closing price was right here. So when we lost all three, I was in short. And it just, that is the perfect trade, right? We always want to have trades like that.
Oh yeah, it's a gorgeous trade.
So I took profit at the other trend. It was easy, but it's not usually like that. Okay, usually it's gonna wick and it's gonna stop you out. It's gonna come back. It's gonna do a lot of things.
I really like too is what I really enjoy on this is the exit as well. Like I like how, I mean, you held for pretty much maximum value. You exited when you lost, you know, the next part where it's kind of reversing. So I think I wanted to illustrate and I wanted to talk to this about everybody because as everybody knows, I'm very, very strict and I only trade one system every day. So if I don't have any trades, I just don't trade. So I don't kind of go out and do that. So, but I think there's a lot of people that kind of want to have more options outside of that, which is why I was kind of illustrating this. Like it is okay for you to say, hey, as long as you've taken the time to rigorously test it and to get it. And I think there's a very, very big difference between having two systems that you're willing to employ versus
But again,
I don't have cams to trade, so I'm just going to go looking for something, right?
again,
Like,
yes, and cams are really support and resistance levels, right?
yep,
So
absolutely.
I'm never gonna buy a support if we are in a big downtrend. So that's, you use the cams differently. You use the cams in a
Exactly.
system with volume, with Atlas, with other stuff. I use cams with a bigger story. So that's
Of course.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
So
and your bigger story is so powerful. Like you know me, I'm the world's biggest fan of these trend lines and how you look at your larger time frame analysis. So I mean it's gorgeous trading. And I'm actually asking for myself a little bit because there are time periods in which my system starts to dramatically underperform. I'll go, you know, a few days or a week at a time. So I'm actually even within myself deciding at what point is it good for me to maybe work on having an additional methodology for me to interact with the market. So it's a little hard because I have to teach it to people. If I do one trade in the wrong range in the one way, I've got 15 emails asking me why I took the trade that way. But you know, I'm kind of always worried with that, or not worried, but interested in, you know, do I make a mistake as a trader, kind of putting all of my eggs in one basket, having one system? Should I really have that much faith in one system, or should I be willing to
I think it's more
explore?
refining. It's not
You
about
know?
changing your system. It's refining because trading is growing. We learn. We keep on learning. So the idea is not to stay rigid, to keep your recipe basis to make muffins, but sometimes you do blueberries and sometimes you do raspberries, but the base of your recipe is the same. So let's look at another example, okay, of cams aligning with the big picture. So that was a beautiful trade that someone I work with was taking. Okay, we had S4 here and we had S3 around here. Okay, so look how well is happening? So this is an instance where I'm trading the cams, okay? The price is coming to the uptrend on the 4-hour. It's respecting the uptrend. We are still on, right? On the goods, on the bullish side of things. And then we break this trend going down since the open, and we reclaim S4. You are in, and your stop is just below the swing low before the trend break, and you go to S3, and this is your trade. So that is an example of when I take trades with cams when they align with my bigger story, basically. I'm not going to blindly trade cams. I need a context. Like I need to know, like, am I aligning myself right now or not, basically?
Yeah, I think maybe Dave, maybe that works in it too. I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with it, right? Like because I have ADHD, which I do, Dave, I can become very overwhelmed with like a lot of additional sensory information. So I think that's one of the reasons why I tend to stay focused in there. That way. And Beth, I know Andrew says in his book that he more believes in support and resistance, but not trend lines. I do remember that being say there. We're just going to have to agree to disagree on that.
Oh, yes.
I can show you examples on the order book where I can show you algorithms actually moving orders down a trend line. So I know for a fact that algorithms use trend lines. I've seen them do it so many different times. We can actually see it. No, he might have said, I mean, that's the thing. You got to remember his book, How to Day Trade for a Living, was written, quite a bit ago. You know what I mean? So some algorithms are more easy to see now, and I think there's been some amendments. But if that was in there, we would just have to agree to disagree. And I can show you V's chart right now. I promise you, V's trend lines are the best trend lines, and they definitely work all the time. And she's got VBT material on that, and you can see there are moments when her trend lines respect so precisely. It's without argument. So I'll have to defend our leading trend line champion. If anything, I would say her trend lines, trump cams. It is one issue that I do have with the cam system actually is that at times I'm trading them without a larger time frame picture. I just kind of blindly go after them because I've been using them so long. But there are days in which I dramatically underperform, or I just stop trading for the day. I lose one or two trades, and when I see that that's happened, I look back and I'm like, oh well, I was fighting some larger time frame.
And that's
You know
okay.
what I mean?
I mean, it's your trading system. It's not going to work every time.
Yeah.
And here you see that NVDA is losing the breakout from the downtrend. So now we're coming back under the downtrend. So yeah, I mean, we had some breakout, couldn't find buyers, and now we're back. Like the trend is doing its job still.
Yeah, so like if we were in a narrower range and we were thinking about counter trending, this would be one you absolutely would not want to try and long, because at this point you've lost the longer time frame. So I would want it to actually wait till it gets back over it.
We could bounce and break again and go, but at the moment, as we speak, because we are doing mindful trading, we are in the moment. At the current moment, we came back under this trend that we have here. Okay, so that trend with 4 touches, we are coming back under it at the moment. It doesn't mean we will not break out at some point, but now we are back under. So maybe we want to find more buyers and then break out. I don't know what's happening, but it's important to have that in mind. Just to have an idea of, and again, you don't need to, if you're finding success without it, it's perfectly fine. But again, we are talking about being comfortable. For me, I'm more comfortable if I have, let's say that I wanted to short this morning okay? Let's say it was not after hour, it was a day trade, and I'm shorting in this support. It's not a good idea. It's a very strong support because it was a resistance before for a little while, okay? So shorting here, it could work. This could break. We could come back here. Yes, totally. But wait until we're on the other side of things and we're staying on the other side of thing. And then, yeah, you could go short until here, potentially. Okay. So again, we have to find what we think is comfortable for us. And there's no one perfect recipe. It needs to fit you. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's the really thing is I like the idea of finding stuff that works and stuff that's comfortable for you. Like that, I think that's one of the things that like I had to really get into in the beginning, especially when I was trying to trade more like Andrew's style. Like I got very in touch very, very quickly with, since I'm not really so good at price indicators, right? Like reading price action. I'm really not a very good tape reader. I'm pretty decent at reading volume, but other than that, like this is the reason why I trade. I use ranges because I utilize that to kind of overcome my shortcomings as a trader, right? And so, but it's really interesting to see, in performance how it happens. So, like over the past like week or so, like my profit rate is really still pretty good, but my hit rate's been a little bit lower this past couple of weeks, right? So, but not my execution. My execution's been perfect. So, but the hit rate's been a little bit lower. I'm still making good money, but not making the money I was last month. Last month, I had an insane month last month. Like I made as much money last month probably as I would have made in like a year in previous times in my life. Right. So, but it is interesting, like as we trade, like being aware that as you build a system, even the most performing of systems will go through points where you're lulling. So it's, and you just kind of have to stay in tune with that and try to not, for me, try to not vary my performance, because as soon as it starts to not work, your innate concept is, well, can I do something or can I find something else that I can start adding or doing? Like what's going to get me making money as quickly? And then I start to realize maybe I just don't need to touch it yet. I'm still waiting. So we'll see. I got about 5 or 6 more trades until I complete this 20 trade cycle. And then we'll see if I can find something.
Where's your Oracle trade, by the way?
Just floating in the middle.
Okay.
So,
oh yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Yep. So it got pretty close, but didn't quite make it. So it's kind of hanging here. I've still, it can still make it, but we'll see what happens. But it's the fun thing about the whole trading thing is that it's not a numbers game, it's a performance game. So, and this is why working with people like Dr. V can be such an amazing thing. As we kind of start to wrap the session, because I know Dr. V is going over into BBT. And she's gonna have to do that behind the paywall. I just want to say to Dr. V, like, I really appreciate what you've brought to this channel and what you've brought to me personally as the realm of performance. Like the way that I trade cams and the way that I do things and the way I do the holds and all of these things really went to a significantly higher level when you joined the Bearable Traders community. And we started going. So I really encourage everybody out there to really keep coming by these Wednesdays. Go by the doctor's social media. If you're looking at working with her, she does work with people privately. Make sure you're working out and talking with her. Otherwise, next Wednesday, everybody right back here. We'll have the good doctor in here to help us. We always like you coming home and hanging out with us. V, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to hang out.
And we will see you behind the paywall.
And thank you, Carlos. Bye-bye.
See ya.